Oh.
And Brian in Kaysville, who is your boogeyman in Kaysville.
Kaysville. So,
on this day in 1977, Casey and the Sunshine Band became only the second group after the Jackson 5 to achieve 4 U.S. #1 on the charts singles when I'm Your Boogeyman went to #1 on this day in 1977.
Katie, have the beginning of that song ready in just a second.
It's up and ready.
No, I don't mean the other version. I mean the same version.
Oh, the
same
version?
version. Just I want to hear the beginning of it in just a second.
Okay.
Casey,
got it.
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Yes.
Best known for Get Down Tonight. Listen to all these hits. That's the Way.
I like it.
I like it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake Your Booty.
Yes.
I'm Your Boogeyman.
Yes.
Keep It Coming, Love.
Keep it coming.
This is my entire childhood.
Boogie Shoes.
Katie, you were too young.
Please Don't Go.
I grew up on all of these.
She had parents, Gina.
My dad specifically loved all of these.
So now we think of I'm Your Boogeyman.
Sure.
As just kind of a little disco kind of happy song.
Yeah.
I maintain this is a creepy, possessive song, and they meant it to be that way. Listen to just the opening of the song. It sets a really creepy tone. Just the musical intro. Listen. Kind of creepy.
And you're picturing Casey creeping along.
You know what?
Like you're walking in a dark parking lot at night.
In a swamp or something. Isn't it kind of creepy sounding? Yeah.
Well, possibly that's why.
And then we go on with the lyrics, and it's this possessive, creepy, I want to be your rubber ball, I want to be your boy. Just let me get near you. I'll do whatever it takes, whatever I can. I'm your boogeyman.
Early morning, late afternoon?
Anytime. 24 hours a day, baby. I'm your boogeyman. It's creepy.
I mean, it's kind of like Every Breath You Take, The Police is a creepy stalker song.
It's a very...
Yeah.
It is a very creepy stalker.
But maybe because it's creepy, maybe that's why Rob Zombie thought.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Have we got that handy?
Oh, it's right here.
Let's listen to that.
So let's just do this.
Yeah.
This is a great. We could just let this go and
just let it play the whole time.
It's a good version of it.
I just love Rob Zombie's covers. Halloween.
Was this in a movie soundtrack? I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was for The Crow. I thought it was
the new one.
No,
the original.
It was recorded
Brandon
for
Lee.
Crow City of Angels soundtrack.
Creepy song. Creepy. I wonder now if we look at some of Casey's other songs. I wonder if they're all creepy. Let's see what we got. Get Down Tonight. How about That's the Way? I like it.
No, those are,
what is the way?
Those are just instructions.
Yeah.
Those are and instructions are helpful.
A little lower, please.
But perhaps you don't know how he likes it.
Don't do it that fast.
that's the way.
There's a little too much saliva.
Jeez.
Little too much. Okay?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's the way. Oh, there you go. Let's see. Shake, 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 shake your booty. Keep It Coming, Love. Now, what? Please Don't Go. What? I don't know that one.
It's kind of a. If Katie has it there, maybe she can.
I just found it.
It's a sweeter song. It's probably their sweetest song.
Okay, this is what. Yeah, I do know this song very well, and I like this song.
The tambourine. That's what I'm here for.
Oh yeah.
This was the first #1 hit of the '80s.
Turn this up a little here.
Babe, I love you so.
Oh, it's just a nice.
I want you to know.
It's one of the waving your hand songs, in my opinion.
So she's leaving him.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Now wait a minute. The minute
you can turn anything creepy if you try. She's leaving him.
Yeah. What did he do?
Couldn't tell you.
Maybe she did something. I'm not sticking up for Casey, but you know,
I'm trying to
maybe
find.
she cheated on him and
trying
is
to find
going
all
off
the-
with the other
Well,
guy.
I'm trying to find all the lyrics here and see if it says. Please don't go lyrics. There we go. Let's see. You can keep that playing. You
This
don't-
is the only. Well, this is the only one that is separated because you know how our system is very picky.
Yeah.
This one is the only one that has "and" written out.
Instead of the ampersand.
Yeah, everything else is all ampersand. Why I don't know.
Let's see, babe.
No. This
I'm
says-
down on my knees, begging, please.
Please don't. You know, that's never a good look.
No.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever turn around and come back when someone's begging
Oh my
on their
goodness.
knees?
No.
I don't think so. I think by the
Well,
time it gets to that point, you're already out the door.
We know if he's down on his knees that his legs are not bent and paralyzed.
That's a
A
different
little
song.
Kenny
That's a different
Rogers.
song.
Kenny Rogers reference for you there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's all right.
Well, he's. I think he's really too dependent on this person.
You can be okay on your own. You need to be okay on your own before you can be in a relationship with somebody else.
Yeah, come on, Casey. Get it together, buddy. Maybe she'll come back when you toughen up.
Codependency is not great,
No.
guys.
No, it isn't. So there we've
Confidence is very
Exactly.
sexy.
we've just ruined. You know why she left?
Why?
Too much saliva. Too much saliva.
Just can't handle it.
No, don't. She said, Casey, it's too much. Well, there you go.
Yeah, so that's just a little farting around for you.
Yeah. All right. You going to take a break here?
Hold on.
Oh,
nope.
Oh,
stop
we
No,
that.
we're going to start
Sorry.
the show again.
This doesn't want to play right. Hang on. Okay. Well, I did have the closer, but
That's okay.
Well, we'll just
we
take a
asked
break.
Katie to do other things. We're going to take a break. Also, we are in need of your things that must go.
Yes.
We have a light stack today. We need to fatten our stack.
And we need more saliva with that.
Radio from Hell at x96.com. Just quickly, what's bugging you? Doesn't have to be a super serious thing. Can be a silly, dumb thing. Often those are the best things
Yeah.
that must go. Send it to us right now. Radio from Hell at x96.com.
All right, we'll take that break, and then we'll come back with your check-ins. 877-602-9696. That's the number to call. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. We like to hear from you in the morning, so let yourself be heard. 877-602-9696. You can also text us if you please. That's 33986.
retire with Jim.
Yeah, listen, don't let things get out of hand. You've worked too hard in your career. When you're ready to retire, you want to be comfortable, and Jim Winokur can help you with that. We trust our friend Jim Winokur with Financial Matters. Now, right now, Jim is offering this retirement review consultation. That's normally $250, but for right now, it's free to Radio from Hell listeners. So just visit retirewithjim.com/X96. That's retirewithjim.com/X96. Jim's very, very experienced in retirement planning. And now, but his time fills up quickly, so these consultations won't be available forever. Make an appointment today. Retirewithjim.com/X96. There's a lot of uncertainty in the economy right now. Tariffs and taxes and Medicare and all of that. You need some help to make sense of it all. So go to retirewithjim.com/X96. Get a plan in place. Retirewithjim/X96.
Speaking of candidate
Mine
number
does.
one,
Mine does.
and there's pictures of people, the Roomba's in the bathroom, and people are sitting on the toilet.
My son is convinced that,
Yeah.
that the Roomba is mapping our house so that it can be taken over by the government.
Why would the government want to take over your
I
house?
have no idea.
Yeah,
What does the government want with your house?
Nothing.
We'll finally get that bill, all right?
I love that argument about why I need guns. It's to protect me from the government. They have drones.
They have the atomic bomb.
They will always win.
They will win.
They have fighter jets.
Yeah. All right.
A well-regulated militia.
Well,
That's
it's
what
not,
we
okay.
need.
it's not regulated enough.
No,
Yeah, see, now they're sending me the pictures of people sitting on the toilet from the
I don't
Roomba
want to see
now.
that.
Really?
Hang on. Yeah, it's right there.
How is the Roomba getting in the bathroom if you close the door when you're going? Why?
They can be very insistent. Yeah. The Roomba can
Darn
be
right
very
rude, actually.
Very
the
insistent.
door.
I don't know if this is true.
Yeah, see, here's the mapping of the Roomba. Your kid's not wrong. I mean, because that information goes somewhere.
They do map my house.
But I don't think the government cares.
No.
It maps your house so it knows. Oh, there's a stair over there. I can't go over
Yeah.
there. And
Or I can send it to a certain area of the house, which I think is really cool. I can say, that area of the house needs a little extra attention, Roomba. Go get it.
Okay.
And it does.
You got it, Mr. B.
I wish it would talk.
It should talk.
That's
Someday.
That's the next iteration, I'm
Yes,
sure.
it will.
Oh, actually, it does talk now that I think about
What does it say?
It says things like, Roomba needs charging. Yeah.
Oh, so it's very limited. in
Yeah,
what
I
it
mean,
says.
Roomba needs charging, or Roomba is stuck. Roomba is stuck.
it speaks about itself in the third person.
Yes.
Well,
It'd be creepier if it said, "Hey, I'm stuck
Hey, I'm
over
over
here."
here.
I am stuck.
Hey, Bill.
I am stuck.
Now we should customize it.
Yeah.
So that it can say, hey, Bill, you need to charge me. Oh, okay. Sorry, Roomba. That's okay, Bill. Just come and get me. I can't move until I'm charged.
I have no soul.
Well, neither do I, Roomba.
'96.
We're back. It is 6:19.
All right. Listen here. We are going to have you check in with us now. And I mean that. I don't
Are
care.
you threatening people?
Yes, I don't care what you're doing. You need to drop everything and submit to being on hold for a few minutes. 877-602-9696 is the number. Check in with us. You can also text us to check in 33986, but let's officially begin the program.
Does your company have a process requiring ultra pure water? Trust the certified master water specialists at Water Specialties, Inc. for ultra pure water systems design, installation, maintenance, or sanitation. Call the experts at Water Specialties, 801-281-4911, or visit waterspecialties.net.
The moon is 99.8% full. It is now on the wane. I didn't see it this morning. I guess it's supposed to be.
It was a little cloudy.
It's supposed to be very low in the sky
Yeah.
for this month.
Is it a strawberry moon?
Strawberry moon is what they say, yeah. The moon rise today will be 10:01 p.m., today being Wednesday. It's the 11th day of June in the year of our Lord, Jesus Christ, 2025. It's National Making Life Beautiful Day. Why don't you do that? It's National Corn on the Cob Day. They say I love corn on the cob.
I do. Shouldn't that be later in the summer?
I think maybe this is when it's coming on, starting to come on.
Okay.
Some people call it corn stick, and others call it sweet pole. I have never heard anybody call it either of those
No.
things.
I'm the person that has to cut it off of the cob.
I do
like
that sometimes.
I like eating it off the cob, but I have this issue of the
It gets all
flesh
stuck in
getting stuck in my teeth and stuff.
Yeah. It's National German Chocolate Cake Day. German chocolate cake not invented in Germany. It was invented at the German bakery in the United States. And it's King Kamehameha Day. He is credited with uniting the Hawaiian Islands in 1810. And this is an all-new edition of the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. Kerry Jackson, who is not with us this morning, he's on sabbatical in.
He sent me a picture this morning.
Oh, did he?
He is now the Whiskey King.
In Korea.
In Korea.
South Korea.
He is the Whiskey King in South Korea.
I see.
You'll post that.
I'll post it, but there's a shot of it.
Yes, indeed. So, Kerry Jackson, I'm Bill Allred. That's Gina Barberi over there. Katie, for short, is our producer, and she's also running the board and filling in for Kerry. We have, let's see, in the producer's booth, we have Maya, we have Ari, and Dawson, whose job apparently is to sit around and watch people.
Well, he is the most help I could actually get right now, to be honest. Besides the interns being in the actual studio, he is the one that is answering all of their questions that they have right now because Ari has, 3-4 days of training before getting thrown into this?
But the dog, your dog, Vax, knows as much as you do. You probably could have.
He just doesn't have thumbs.
He's probably sleeping.
If
in
he
there.
had
Actually,
thumbs,
no,
he
Dawson's
could do it.
If he had thumbs, yes, but Dawson's in there, and Dawson is a big distraction for him. So.
All right, let's go to check-in, shall we? 877-602-9696 is the number to check in, or 33986. We have a couple of people on the phone.
Let's go to Adam.
Good morning, Adam.
Good morning. Thanks for letting me listen.
Mm-hmm.
Geek Show says hey, and Gina,
hey, wait a minute.
I believe in you.
Wait a
Thank
minute.
you.
Just in Kerry's absence, let me say, hey.
Thank you.
What's up, Adam?
Well, I was calling to give a concert report. Last night, I saw They Might Be Giants up at the depot.
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
It was fantastic. They came on and performed the entire Apollo 18 album.
Wow.
And then took a break, and then came back and did another set.
Really? That's a long
So they
show.
performed for and then they said tonight they're going to do an entirely different set.
Are they? So they're still in town. They're doing another show.
Yeah, another show at the depot tonight.
Is it just the two of them, or do they have some other musicians with them? Right?
Yeah, they have a really great horn section. They have a couple guitars, drums, bass.
Yeah, I've seen them perform when it's just them, the two of them, and they're fantastic just by themselves.
But with a horn section, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm. Well, excellent.
It was fantastic.
Thanks for that, Adam. We'll and if maybe tickets are available, they're performing again tonight.
Maybe, I don't know.
At the Union, right?
No, the depot.
Oh, the depot.
The depot.
All right. Thanks, Adam.
All right. Bye.
And then let's go to line
Looks like it's Braden.
Braden, hi. Where are you calling from?
Hi, I am calling from Centerville currently, headed to Sandy to do observed urine collections this morning.
Oh, for drug testing?
Yes, exactly.
So someone's observing your urine?
No, he has to watch people pee.
Exactly. Gina's correct.
What? That's disgusting.
Well, they'll cheat if you don't watch.
That's right. It's not glorious for anyone, but it's a job.
So what do you sit there on a chair and say, okay, let me see it?
Well, there's actually a giant mirror in front of the individuals, so I don't really have to turn my head.
Have you ever caught anybody trying to cheat?
I have several times.
In what manner of cheating were they doing? I know there are these fake penises and stuff.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fake ones. One individual had tried to have fake urine in a surgical glove, but it exploded in their pants. So it kind of just ran all over the place, and they couldn't do anything.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's
terrible.
having somebody else's pee in your pants.
Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't be the first
At
time
least
for
it was
me.
clean.
When you, but you don't know whether it's clean or not clean. You're just observing to see whether they're trying to cheat while they're peeing.
Correct, exactly. And then it's sent to a laboratory, and they do all that work.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. do you get extra
Yes,
money
I
for
will.
that?
I do, actually. It's a time and a half extra gig, so.
Yeah. Well, all right. Thanks for that, Braden.
Have a good time, Braden.
Yeah, enjoy your day.
Good luck.
You guys.
See you later. Boy, look at that stream.
My Lord.
That guy can really.
We have some text check-ins. Naughty Otter of Layton checking in.
Would it be easier for women to cheat than men?
I don't know.
No, I mean, no. No, we can't have a fake penis.
Yeah, we can't have a fake prosthetic in there.
You could have. You haven't seen some of the movies I've seen.
I mean, you could, but
no, but I mean, it's you're sitting down.
yeah, but I mean,
And everything's kind of hidden.
he probably does the men's. I'm sure there's a female one.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I think if a woman were watching a woman, she would know if that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it'd be a little
Okay.
too obvious to try and maneuver something
Yeah.
around in that way.
But you could already have something in place.
No, unless
I don't
you're
know.
sticking something up
I'm
somewhere.
gonna what?
How about you just don't do drugs?
Yeah.
Retired Johnny checking in from Murray. Thanks for Boogeyman this morning. Mm-hmm. Takes me back to grad night, 1977 at Disney World. Let's see. We have Zane of Dallas checking in. You know what must go?
What?
Too much paella.
What am I going to do with all of this paella?
Is it human or animal doctor today? It's Dr. Cobble. He'll be calling in.
And Dr. Cobble is a human.
Yes. He'll be calling in about an hour and a couple minutes to take your medical
A lot of
questions.
people don't know when Josh Davis is here. We say he's the animal doctor.
Mm-hmm.
He's a veterinarian, and he's also a very large dog.
Mike in Nashville, happy Wednesday. Runer in West Valley, Warlord checking in from WVC.
What's happy about Wednesday?
Well, because it's halfway through the week. Why not? See, Bill, this is you being negative again. Look at the week as half full, not half empty.
Gina, I have some news for you. I've built a career on being negative.
Kova, the conflicted potato, checking in from downtown Salt Lake.
Conflicted potato.
I need to know about that.
Stay hydrated, y'all.
I need to know why that is.
Mixer driver Shane checking in from Orem. Jocelyn checking in from Sandy. Bay Area mixer driving checking in. Johnny B checking in, listening while repositioning some scaffolding to move up a wall with some brick.
Be careful.
Chef Roy checking in, watching my 4Runner turn over to 250,000 miles in the beautiful moonlight on the way to work this morning. That's impressive. Let's see, Mikkel of Reno. Midvale's Rousdower checking in with some traffic. We'll get to that in a minute. Misha Caverda, Big City SLC and Peter. Sketchy Blake. Happy 15th anniversary to my wonderful wife, Stephanie.
I like this. I'm not sure how she did it, but my mother used to cheat on the pee tests all the time. She'd make me get up in the morning and pee in a cup for her, and then somehow she managed it, used my urine for the tests.
That's horrible parenting.
I was going to say, what a great
On top
mom.
of other things.
No, I think it was teaching that young man responsibility.
Crazy Cat Lady, Lords and Katie, good morning. Kermit the dog checking in. The vet appointment yesterday went great.
Good.
Levi in Coachella Valley.
Oh, Kermit the dog's the little British.
He was the
French bulldog. Yeah.
Ryan Orem, Woodworker Willie, Kirk and Orem get new AC today. Hooray for homeowners. Lacey, Alice, and Lily checking in from Spanish Fork. My toddlers think I'm magic when you say their name. Good morning, girls. Your mom is magic. Let's see.
That's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, you can get fake urine from a smoke shop.
Well, unfortunately, we just got 2 callers on, but we are out of time.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
Sorry, guys.
folks.
Try again tomorrow.
Yeah, check in tomorrow.
Listen, we're going to take a break. I need to have some Mill Creek coffee.
Yes.
I really need a cup of Mill Creek.
What
so.
do you know? What
kind do you have?
Strain you have today?
What strain?
What roast do you have?
I
Let the wife of the roaster ask.
I believe it's French roast.
That's a good one.
Mill Creek coffee.
I like that French roast.
Still looking for your things that must go to. Email us right now, radiofromhell@x96.com. We could make your thing go away in about a half hour or so. Traffic, we've got, like I said...
Sorry.
Midvale's Rousedower says I-215 north to 201 westbound looking just fine. Thank you for letting me be part of the Infiniteam. Yes, you're all part of the Infiniteam. That just means you're out on the roads and we're not. So text us and let us know what you're seeing at 33986. Catch Mumford and Sons with Good Neighbors June 14th at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. Get ticket information at x96.com.
All right, coming up in just a few minutes after some messages and a song, we're going to have some big boy news and opinioendo, and then just after that, it's Frank Christ. They're fine, just fine. Do we know how Frank Christ is feeling?
Listen, I got a note from him. He said, here, you're going to have to do the Frank Christ Presents by yourself. I'm still a little bit under the weather. I think I have the measles.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
A skeleton with measles is pretty bad.
We'll be giving away Mumford and Sons tickets with Frank Christ
Perfect.
Presents.
Mumford and Sons tickets.
And thanks for not coming to the studio, Frank. I don't want to get the measles from a Grim Reaper.
Yeah, we don't need those. 877-602-9696. Call to play Frank Christ. They're fine, just fine for Mumford and Son tickets after this.
We were talking about sandwiches earlier, and I'm hungry for a sandwich.
Really? Sometimes just a good, cheap gas station sandwich.
Will you eat a gas station sandwich?
Yeah, occasionally, if I have to.
I don't trust a gas station sandwich.
How about a hoagie?
I don't not
have a hoagie?
Not. You don't know how long they've been sitting there. The sandwich at the gas station is way down on the list of priorities for the people that work at the gas station.
Yeah.
They don't care about turnover or.
Now we got sandwiches out here in the cooler, and I don't know what kind.
Here?
Yeah.
Right now? There's sandwiches here.
There's sandwiches out there right now.
Where?
out in the cooler there. You know where you could buy the drinks and stuff?
Yeah. Again, how long are they out there?
I don't know. But will you do a gas station hot dog?
Okay.
All right. Oh, okay.
Maverick is like high-end convenience store gas station.
Yeah, they have
hot
good
dog.
They have. I
good stuff.
trust Maverick.
You trust a gas station sandwich from Maverick?
Yeah,
I trust.
I would.
Okay.
I think they take pride in the food that they offer at their.
Yeah, I've
Maverick
had
has
them.
all the good stuff.
They have the Bahama Mama.
They got the best bathrooms.
Their coffee is even pretty good.
They have the soda fountain. This sounds like an ad for Maverick. They have the soda fountain with like 50 different sodas, and you can add little vanilla to it, like I like.
Like
to
you
do.
like.
They have the good ice. Maverick knows what they're doing.
By the way, the owner of Maverick, Keith Maverick. Keith Maverick. Keith, we're going to send you a bill.
I'm going to send you a bill.
If we're traveling, we're talking about road trips earlier.
Yeah.
It's Memorial Day. People are taking road trips. We will
I do
destination Maverick on a road.
I try to stop stop at a Maverick, and I'd rather go to a Maverick than a drive-through fast food place.
Oh yeah,
really.
Now, you mentioned the flavored syrup for your sodas. I heard someone bitching about the movie theater ones. You know, where you pre-select
the
your
freestyle.
Yeah.
What was their complaint?
They just didn't care for them at all, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's not a good mix. I like it when I can mix my own.
Oh, is that the complaint?
Yeah, because the freestyle is a pre-mixed thing. But
yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
You
want to know my freestyle trick?
There is one?
Yeah, well.
Is that they have that at Harmon's too, don't they? That freestyle.
No.
No?
It's like a soda fountain.
Yeah, I know. I thought I saw one at Harmon's.
Here's my trick. So you have a pure drink that is the drink that you wanted, untainted by other drinks.
Say it's Diet Coke. All right.
Always go to the water tab and run a little water through there first.
Oh, otherwise you're getting the flavor of the leftover.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's a good
That's
trick.
my little freestyle.
You know, Gina, you are so amazingly creative about things that don't matter.
No,
that matters.
this is helpful because
you put your brain to these things.
It's helpful.
Just a little water.
Because I'm making my, twice yearly trip to the movie theater. And I need to know this.
Do a little rinse.
Okay.
Because they all come through the same spigot.
All right. Thank you.
My little tip.
So, Bill, you're an Ogdenite, a local that grew up in that area.
Ogden boy through and through.
So my goal in life
Uh-oh.
is I mean, I love being on the radio. This is a great job. I'm a professional announcer, and I have my radio show, and this is great. But what I want to do more than anything is to even just for a few minutes, like a half hour, at the Burger Bar in Roy. I want him to let me go in there and do the number announcements on the PA. 15, number 15. See, I could do it.
Yeah, I've done that sort of stuff before.
23, number 23. Your shake order is ready.
Yeah, it's amazingly satisfying to do that.
Is it?
I don't know why.
I would love it. And I'm serious.
It's like you're the voice of God for
right.
all those fat people standing around waiting for where's my shake?
I want my big band. No, the Burger Bar in Roy. It'd been there forever. Been going there my whole life. I just want to have a turn on the microphone there.
I have a similar dream, an Ogden dream, a similar Ogden dream. I would like to, when I finally stop doing this, to just work at a convenience store in Ogden, like a maverick.
You never worked at Car Quick?
Never did.
All those years ago when we had that amazing relationship with Car Quick and Stimson's?
I did Car Quick's ads forever and ever. Car Quick, corn dogs. I forget there was some character I did. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Well, let's get you behind the counter at a like a Maverick, and then I'll be the host of the numbers at the Burger Bar, and our dreams will be fulfilled.
Oh, if you and one other thing about Ogden, if you go to at RFH Bill on Twitter, Gina posted this. I don't know where she got it or she reposted
Somebody
it.
found it for her.
Yeah, it's a picture of me in the high school yearbook, and it's a page of people there, and it's the National Honor Society. We were all members of the National Honor Society, which for the life of me I don't remember what that was, but it was some accolade. I think it was just grade point average.
Elite
or something.
smart people, Bill.
But I was wearing perfectly round spectacles, glasses.
You had those for quite a while, actually.
I loved those damn glasses.
I think we have
those
in the interstitials. During the commercials, occasionally you'll.
Oh yeah,
we have a picture of you with those round glasses.
I'm not sure if it's the same pair, but I know the first ones I ever had I found at DI.
Yes,
and they were really good quality. And then I had my prescription put in them. And I loved those glasses.
Well, I've lived all my Ogden dreams, so I got nothing to add.
How long did you live in Ogden? 4
or
5 years?
The KJQ years, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
all that time.
That's Ogden, as far as I'm
Roy
concerned.
is
Roy,
okay,
yeah.
I mean, it was essentially Ogden. Lived all my Ogden dreams.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Managed to get it out of your system.
All out.
Yep.
Number 7. See, I could do that at the Burger Bar.
See,
please.
He's sitting in for Gina today.
Right.
And Gina is the kind of person who would put this out into the universe hoping that somebody will make it happen.
I just want somebody knows somebody at the Burger Bar.
One day
you pass that along to them, and it's going down. I will be there.
Okay.
All I want is I want to be able to film little videos for social media while I'm there horsing around, and a Big Ben.
All right. There you go. Make it so, universe.
The cranberries, because lingering.
Why'd you have to?
Yeah.
It's not that I have to let it linger. It just lingers. There's
leave.
nothing no. I mean, I don't make it linger. Why did you have to make it linger? I didn't make it linger. It just lingers.
All right, it's 6:40. It is time for some big boy news and opinioendo. Brought to you by
business owners. Do you owe $15,000 or more in employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure and Stewart, your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
I would point out that after the news,
we have Frank Chris. It's fine, just fine.
Frank Chris presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. It's our Dead Celebrity game. What's the prize for that today?
Tickets to see Mumford & Sons with Good Neighbors June 14th at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater.
So the news will be, 6 minutes or so, 7, I don't know.
Probably got about 8
minutes. So, but you could line up now to play Frank Chris Presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. Call 877-602-9696. You may have to remain on hold for a while, but you probably, it's worth it. Mumford & Sons tickets, because we'll do Frank Chris Presents right after the news.
All right, news.
R. Kelly's legal team has filed an emergency motion seeking his immediate release from federal custody to home detention, claiming that his life is in danger and accusing the government of misconduct. In Tuesday's filing, this is fascinating, reviewed by Variety, Kelly's attorneys claim that they have explicit evidence that officials solicited an inmate to murder R. Kelly.
Officials did?
Yes, while in custody at a federal penitentiary in North Carolina where he's serving a 30-year sentence. His counsel provided a sworn declaration from one Mikkel Glenn Stein, a terminally ill inmate who stated that officials offered him freedom in his final days in exchange for Kelly's murder. Stein claimed that he was told Mr. Kelly and his attorneys were planning to expose damaging information, as the filing alleges that officials violated attorney-client privilege by intercepting personal correspondence. Mr. Stein stated that officials told him he would be charged with Kelly's murder, but that evidence would be mishandled and there would be no conviction. Mr. Stein is a leader of the Aryan Brotherhood, and he arrived at Kelly's unit this past March, and though he was prepared to kill him, he said he had a change of heart and instead told R. Kelly that the Bureau of Prisons officials directed him to carry out his murder.
Well, I have a hard time believing this. Why would they want to kill him?
Well, Kelly's counsel alleges that in June they learned of a second member of the Aryan Brotherhood who was directed by officials to kill both Kelly and Mr. Stein. They claim that R. Kelly is in danger as he remains in custody with other members of the Aryan Brotherhood.
I find this all very hard to believe.
The threat to Mr. Kelly's life continues each day without no action is taken, reads the filing. Kelly's attorney, Bo Brindley, is asking the judge to release him to home detention on a temporary furlough.
You'd never see him again. That happened.
It's a pretty convoluted case there, I'd say.
I am suspicious of this.
Los Angeles police swiftly enforced a downtown curfew Tuesday, making arrests moments after it took effect, while deploying officers on horseback and using crowd control projectiles to break up a group of hundreds demonstrating against Donald Trump's immigration crackdown. Members of the National Guard stood watch behind plastic shields, but did not appear to participate in any of the arrests. Hours later, many of the protesters had dispersed, although sporadic confrontations continued that were much smaller than in previous nights. Officials said the curfew was necessary to stop vandalism and theft by agitators looking to cause trouble. Governor Gavin Newsom earlier accused Trump of drawing a military dragnet across the nation's second-largest city with his escalating use of the National Guard. He also deployed Marines, though none were seen on the streets on Tuesday. By the way, Donald Trump has said, the city of Los Angeles, it's on fire. It is on fire, and it's going to get worse if we're not.
No.
Los Angeles County is a huge area, and most people in town are not aware that anything's going on at all.
They're going about their business.
They may be aware of it because it's on the news, but they don't see it because it's in this place called Paramount, and it's just isolated. It's very isolated. The city of Los Angeles is not on fire. As immigration raids continued across the country, a curfew went into effect Tuesday night. Mayor Karen Bass said the curfew expires at 6 a.m. They're going to do it for an undetermined length of time. It was necessary, she said, to quell unrest. If you drive through downtown L.A., the graffiti is everywhere and has caused significant damage, Bass said, adding that 29 businesses were looted Monday night. Activists had also gathered in New York, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Atlanta, and elsewhere, rebuking the Trump administration's tough stance against migrants and its aggressive roundup efforts, which Democratic leaders in California have criticized as contributing to a sense of fear across the community.
They're undocumented. Okay, let's help them get their documents. This is a paperwork issue.
Yes.
This is a paperwork issue.
Governor Spencer Cox expressed his support Tuesday for Donald Trump's controversial efforts to quell the ongoing anti-ICE protests in Los Angeles and promised that Utah would, quote, be over-prepared should disturbances occur in the state. I want Utah to be the worst possible place to riot, Cox said during his monthly news conference. The minute you start to spray paint at the Capitol, the second you implement violence or property destruction, we will arrest you and we will hold you accountable. The governor went on to say that Utah is a great place to protest, but because there's lots to protest, but warned to those who chose to participate with violence, they should go to California, he said.
You could have I agreed with you up to that point, Governor Cox, that you can protest without looting things or setting things on fire or destroying property, but telling people to go to California, that was a step too far.
This weekend, anti-Trump protests declaring no kings will take place in Utah and across the nation.
This is an answer to the military parade.
Let's see.
And by the way, for people saying, Gina, isn't your son in the military? I would think you'd be all over that military parade. I wish that they would take that $45 million it's costing and give it back to the military members in the form of, I don't know, health care, child care.
Come on, don't you wish they'd take that $45 million and give it to your son?
No, I mean, if he
besides,
needs it for something.
This is a military parade. Your son is in the Navy. I don't believe they're going to have
boats.
A battleship going down. Although with Trump in charge, who knows?
Look, they're already going to have to replace the streets with the tanks. You might as well take some boats through it.
The Juneteenth holiday, which falls on June 19th, celebrates the official emancipation of slaves, and it's one that the state now officially recognizes. What we're doing here today is what we do every year, said Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall. This is not a new thing. This is not a change in our practice. It's something that we do as a community, raising a Juneteenth flag every single year. Of course, a bill from the legislative session earlier this year threatened the flag's presence at the city-county building. House Bill 77, which passed, limits the kinds of flags a Utah city can display publicly on government property unless the flag meets the criteria outlined in the bill, making it an exempted flag. Quote, I was concerned that we are still trying to go backwards, said Betty Sawyer with the Project Success Coalition. We're supposed to go forward as a state. Diversity is real. Inclusion is real. These are things that we say we value. But being able to work directly with the mayor and the city council to find a way, and that's what we do. We're creative. We'll find a way. So there's this Salt Lake City Juneteenth flag that is flying at the city-county building right now.
That the governor thinks is dumb.
Yeah, Governor Cox says he supports, Governor Cox took a shot at Aaron Mendenhall and the city's decision to adopt variations of Pride and Juneteenth flags, saying, quote, I'm sure they feel great that they got around this dumb law. So he does think that the law is dumb.
Yeah, he does. He thinks the whole thing is.
He says around this dumb law, and they did it with dumb flags. The whole thing is dumb. We're living in the dumbest timeline right now.
I agree with that, too.
Yeah.
Speaking of dumb, this only happens because people are dumb. A bison gored a man Tuesday after a large group of visitors got too close to the bison in Yellowstone National Park.
You're not wrong, Bill. I agree with this.
There are signs everywhere.
The 30-year-old person from Randolph, New Jersey, was treated for minor injuries, fortunately, after being gored around 9:45 in the morning in the Old Faithful area. Park officials didn't release the man's name or condition, saying what happened was under investigation. No more information was available for that case. He was the second person gored by a bison already this spring in Yellowstone. A 47-year-old Cape Coral, Florida man, yes, a Florida man, escaped with minor injuries after being gored right in the lake.
Right in the lake?
Got him right in the lake, in the Lake Village area. The bison gored at least two people in Yellowstone last year, including 83-year-old South Carolina woman who was seriously injured, and a bison gored an Arizona woman in the park in 2023. And this, so why does this happen? Well, because people don't realize, first of all, the bison, it is the largest land animal in the world.
Yeah, they are bigger than you think they are.
Yes, they are.
They are 6 feet tall. They weigh up to 2,000 pounds. They're North America's biggest land animal, and they can run 35 miles an hour, which is shocking. That's faster than the men's world record in the 100-meter dash.
And people think, I want to get a picture. I want to get a selfie with it. And I'm sorry, you deserve to be gored if you ignore every sign and warning that says don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
One short one?
Okay. Well, here we go. A veteran Greek hiker died Tuesday after falling into a ravine in the north of the country after a bear encounter. Christos Stavronadis was declared dead at Kavala Hospital shortly after he was found in the 2,600-foot deep ravine in the Fraktau forest in northeastern Greece. Stavronadis,
A Greek man.
a Greek man, was in the forest with another experienced hiker, Dimitris Kirilago, when the incident happened on Monday. I suddenly saw a bear, which attacked me, Kirilago said. My dog delayed it for a few seconds. I used pepper spray, and it headed to where my friend was, and the bear knocked my friend into the ravine.
That's got to be an awful way to die. Running from a bear and falling in a ravine.
No, the bear knocked him into the ravine.
That's double terror.
Yeah. All right. That's the news.
Sports weather traffic?
Let's see. Joey Chestnut could very well make his return to Coney Island on the 4th of July. The world's greatest eater is currently in talks with organizers to compete in the Nathan's Hot Dog Contest this year. They're negotiating the 16-time champion back to doing what he does best on the 4th of July. So, of course, everyone will be tuning in for that.
Exciting news.
Very exciting. The NHL not playing today. They play tomorrow at 6. And the NBA is playing today. Thunder and Pacers series tied at 1 apiece. That game's at 6:30 today. Weather. Could it really be 85? No.
I don't know. It was
No.
supposed to be, I think it was 70 degrees
Yeah,
on
it
my
was
way to
70
work.
degrees. I just refreshed that. I don't know why it's 85. 70 degrees right. Pretty warm, though, for morning. 97 expected for a high today. Could see some more of those thunderstorms pop up over the mountains, but nothing that's really going to cool things off, I don't think. Traffic, we heard from an Infinity member that says Main Street closure at North Temple continues to cause bad backups going into Salt Lake. If you're coming from Rose Park, Ogden, north of Salt Lake, I'd just avoid and get off at 4th East and backtrack. Thank you, Infinity. Those little tips are helpful when you send those in at 33986. 33986. We play the music, but not because Frank is here. It's just in honor of Frank.
Frank is not here today. He thinks now. Frank Christ is a Grim Reaper. He reaps the souls of celebrities. That's his specialty. He is picture a Grim Reaper. He's a skeletal figure. He's a skeleton. He goes around in a scooter, an electric scooter, but he wears the robe and he has a scythe and all of that stuff. He's a skeleton. But he said to me today, he sent me a message through. He's installed a pneumatic tube at my house. By the way.
So you can get.
Yeah.
Does that
That's
scare
convenient.
you when you hear that noise?
Yeah. and he sent me a message, says, I think I might have the measles. Now, I have no idea how a skeleton can have the measles.
I don't know. Maybe he's got little red dots on his bone. I don't know.
But he sent me a list of celebrities here so we can still play the game. Frank Chris presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
Yes. Do we have a contestant?
We sure do. Our contestant is Kendra. Kendra, are you there?
Yep, I'm here.
Hi, Kendra. How are you today?
I'm fine, just fine.
That's great to know, Kendra. Kendra, this macabre game we play, it's kind of creepy that we do this. But if you identified the dead celebrity in this list that Frank has given me, you will win tickets to Mumford & Sons, is it?
Yeah, Mumford & Sons with Good Neighbors, June 14th at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater.
All right. Because it's a King Kamehameha Day, the guy who was credited with uniting the Hawaiian Islands, Frank gave me a list of actors in movies about or set in Hawaii. Identify the dead celebrity, Kendra. You will win. You ready to go?
Let's go.
All right. Number 1, France Wynn. She played romantic leads in Satan Never Sleeps, A Girl Named Tamiko, and The Joy Luck Club. She originated the title role in the Broadway play The World of Susie Wong with William Shatner as her co-star. And she was the Elan of Troyes on an episode of Star Trek, again with William Shatner. She was a cast member on Saint Elsewhere on TV for a while as well. One of her early roles was in South Pacific, so kind of the Hawaiian Islands and all.
I see, yeah.
Number 1, Franz Wynn. Number 2, Geraldine Chaplin. She's the daughter of Charlie Chaplin. She won a Golden Globe Award for Dr. Zhivago, then went on to appear in dozens of movies, including The Three Musketeers, as well as the sequel The Four Musketeers, Nashville, Buffalo Bill and the Indians, or Sitting Bull's History Lesson, and The Age of Innocence. She was early in her career in the movie The Hawaiians. Number 2, Geraldine Chaplin. Number 3 is Bebe Neuwirth. She's received 2 Emmy Awards, 2 Tony Awards, 2 Drama Desk Awards, made her Broadway debut in A Chorus Line, later appeared in revivals of Little Me, Sweet Charity, and Damn Yankees, and she was a regular on Frasier as Lilith. Her Hawaiian film role was in The Big Bounce, a comedy heist set in Hawaii. Number 3 is Bebe Neuwirth. And finally, Barbara Hale. She had leading roles in RKO features, including West of the Pecos with Robert Mitchum and Lady Luck, Lorna Doone, the comedy The Jackpot, A Lion is in the Streets, and the Western Seminoles. Also a movie called The Oklahoman. She was Della Street in the Perry Mason TV series. She was in a movie called Big Wednesday about surfers in Hawaii. Number 4 is Barbara Hale. All right, one of those actors is dead. Frank has taken their soul to the distribution center. Which one is it, Kendra?
Either 1 or 4. Let's go with 4.
Good choice, Barbara Hale.
Ding.
Yep, she died in 2017 at the age of 94.
Wow.
Congratulations, Kendra. You have won tickets to Mumford & Sons.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Hang on the line. We'll have someone get some information from you.
I don't know. Frank ought to really check on Geraldine Chaplin.
How old is she?
She's 80, and she's never looked good.
Oh, no.
It's amazing. She's Charlie Chaplin's daughter.
Well, didn't he have babies till he was?
Yeah, pretty old, yeah.
You should also check on Dr. Oz.
Please.
It's his birthday today.
I love that.
How old is
he's
Dr.
74.
But if Frank, if you take him, just say thank you, Oprah, before you
Before you reap him?
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Coming up, things that must go. So get your last minute must goes in right now. Radio from Hell at x96.com.
Traffic?
Yeah, the only thing was that issue that our friend of the program said with Main Street closure, North Temple continues to cause bad backups going into Salt Lake if you're coming from Rose Park, Ogden, North Salt Lake. Just avoid it. Get off at 4th East and backtrack. Thank you for the tip, Infiniteam member. You can send your tips to 33986.
All right. Like she said, we've got things that must go coming up on your way. You still have like a minute to send yours in if you can. And then more after that on the way.
Coming up on
I ate a lot of hot chicken on my trip.
Hot chicken.
Nashville Hot Chicken.
Uh-huh. So it's just the coating is...
So here's the story of Nashville Hot Chicken. The original hot chicken place.
Mm-hmm.
Prince's Hot Chicken Shack.
Okay.
Now the story here is Thornton Prince was a womanizer. Yeah, he had lots of women in his life. And apparently he was cheating on his wife, and she was mad. And he would come home late at night and demand she'd make him dinner after he'd been out with other women. And she was mad.
Okay.
He wanted some chicken, and she said, "I'll show you chicken." And she did so many hot spices in it, she thought that it would.
This'll
show him.
This'll hurt him.
He loved it.
He loved it.
This is great.
This is great. And opened Prince's Hot Chicken Shack. Now the traditional hot chicken is not anything you put on top of it. You put the spices actually in the oil, I guess, that you cook the chicken in, and that's what infuses.
Not in the breading.
Not in the breading.
It's not, but there is breading on it.
Yes.
It's like it's fried chicken.
And it's fantastic. And I had too much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it come with biscuits and honey?
Well, it comes with a little slice of white bread, just white bread,
Okay.
and a pickle.
Mm-hmm.
But now I noticed we have a hot chicken place a new hot chicken place that replaced another chicken place. So there was the Crack Shack on 9th South.
Yeah.
That wasn't there that long.
I went there once, was not crazy.
And
did they do hot chicken?
I mean, they did it. It was a chicken, but it wasn't hot chicken. But supposedly the place that came in is a hot chicken place. So now that I am a professional, now it's almost like I'm a local
Hot chicken eater.
Okay.
I'm going to go there, and my guess is I will say this. I've been to Nashville. It doesn't taste like this, but maybe it will be an okay chicken substitute.
I need a report.
Okay.
I need you to on the way home.
It might be lunch today.
Yeah.
It might be lunch.
I need a report.
Do you get like a half a chicken or like a leg and a breast or how?
They're tenders. They're tenders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tenders in different forms. Like on a sandwich or.
Oh, okay.
You don't like a tender?
Nah, not too much.
I think I'll stick with Pretty Bird.
I like.
Pretty Bird is tenders.
It's like a breast.
Yeah.
It's a big.
You can get tenders there. I get tenders.
Oh, you
there.
can get tenders there. I get them for the dogs. Yeah.
You get them for the dogs?
They love them.
Hot chicken?
Not hot. You can get your degree of spicy there. I just get the unseasoned ones.
I'm there to pick up an order of tenders for my dog.
You get the Pretty Bird chicken for your
They
dogs.
love them.
I mean, I love it.
Yeah, they love them.
And I love my dog, but...
I get a hot behind sandwich for Sue.
A what?
A hot behind. That's the spice level.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get the medium for me.
Yeah.
And then I just get some unseasoned Pretty Bird for the dogs. They love it.
Pretty Bird's fantastic. Pretty Bird's dangerous.
It can be.
Ticketmaster.com.
The views expressed on X96's Radio from Hell show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Broadway media, its management, owners, or advertisers.
This program is intended for mature audiences.
.703 and really quick. Yes.
Oh, yeah, just Phil and Sandy has things that must go. Quick, Phil, email them to us, radiofromhell@x96.com.
What needs to be filled in Sandy? Fill in Sandy.
Fill a person in Sandy.
Oh, I see.
Exactly.
Apparently people could hear us talking behind the commercials.
Where did you see this?
In texting.
Okay.
So I hope I was uncharacteristically.
We were very quiet for the most part.
Uncharacteristically, I hope I was not profane, because that would be. Well, let's just talk about
just
Stockton
before
12
things
Honda.
that must go.
Okay.
Stockton 12 Honda.
Yeah,
Bill.
Stockton 12 Honda. Stockton 12 Honda, your number one Honda dealer. They've been voted Salt Lake City's best new car dealer for 2025. Stockton 12, I talk about the cars they have and the trade-ins and all of that, and the fact that I've purchased cars at Stockton 12 and will do so again. But I don't talk often enough about their service department. Whether you buy from Stockton 12 or not, they're there to give you the best car service possible. Same-day service is available. You can call them today. Mobile repair service is available from Stockton 12 Honda. They come to you. Give them a call or see Stockton, the number 12Honda.com for details on their mobile repair service. Stockton 12 Honda has all service specials throughout the week as well. You can find those on the line. Online as well. So see how service pricing compares to the competition. It's much better than the competition. Go to Stockton, the number 12Honda.com today. Stockton 12 Honda in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy.
All right. Gina, is this sponsored?
Yes, X96 welcomes Morrissey October 4th to the Union. Tickets are on sale. You can get information and ticket links at x96.com.
Things that must go on the radio.
Welcoming Morrissey, I think they've asked me to go up there and present him, shake his hand and present him with a sash.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yes, I think I'll do that. These are things that must go, things that just are bugging you so much you can't stand them anymore. You got to get them out of your life. And so you say, I know what I'll do. I'll send them to Radio from Hell. They'll maybe read my Muscos on the air, and I'll feel better. And sometimes, we're told sometimes, if we say them on the air, they somehow magically disappear.
Yeah.
So send your Muscos to Radio from Hell at x96.com. And put Musco in the subject line. And if you're not clear what Muscos are by what I just said, listen to this and you'll get it, okay? Do you want to go first, Katie? You
Sure.
got a couple, don't you?
I got a couple. Hello, Lords. Here are my Muscos. My elderly neighbor's weeds. My swollen hands from helping my neighbor pull her weeds. And people who think that because I work from home, I can help them at any time with their tasks, chores, errands, etc. My job involves online meetings, phone calls, and other tasks that tie me to my desk just like any other job. Leave me alone. Thanks, you guys are the best. This one does not say I can use our name. Good morning, Lords. My things that must go are people describing things as buttery soft. Shorts, shirts, blankets, makeup. Buttery soft.
Yeah.
Stop it. And my grandma's health declining. Yeah, that's rough. The other one I have is Hello, Lords. She puts her name down. It's Colette. Thanks for letting me listen. You can use my name. It says it. There we go. We have lived in southern Arizona for 6 years now, and my things that must go is people that go hiking down here when the temperature is going to be 105 degrees. We had 3 people that had to be rescued, ice packed, and taken to the hospital on Monday. We don't have big shaded trees on the trails. There's nowhere to get out of the sun. When you visit and hike, do it in April and March. It's beautiful, and everything is blooming then. BFP. Colette.
Yeah, but it's March and April in Arizona. It's buttery soft.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, I'll go next. Let's see. I got a couple of my own. First of all, checkers not bagging your purchase. Now, this happened to me the other day at the liquor store. It was very, very busy, and there were only 2 checkers at the liquor store. I bought 3 bottles of various liquor. And I have my own little bag, a little canvas bag is made for bottles.
Nice.
So I set the bag down on the counter and the bottles, and as I'm going through all of the credit card stuff and getting everything done, the checker just stands there. Doesn't put. So then I have to, after I do all of that, use another 60 seconds or something to put the bottles in the bag. And what bugs me about that is there are people waiting. Behind me in line.
It would be better to lay out the bag and then just scan the bottle, put it in the bag. Scan the bottle, put it in the bag.
They don't. Well, anyway, they should, and grocery checkers do that. And it's not that it inconveniences me so much as that there are people behind me waiting. And anyway, and then the other thing of mine that must go is having to sign into several dozen things. Several times a day. I get up in the morning, go to the computer. I have to do several sign-ins. I sign in this, sign in that, sign in this, sign in that. And then I come to work, and I have to sign in this, sign in that. And it's a lot of the same things. And then I leave my computer here, and I go to my desk, and I have to sign into this, and I sign into that. I am so sick of that.
I want thumbprint everything.
No kidding.
Just here.
Yeah.
It's me. It's obviously me.
This one says... Lords and lassies, yes, you can put my name on this. It's Brady. E-scooters have to go. I'm now master control operator at a TV station, and that just so happens to be downtown. Every day and night, I go for walks outside my work building on my breaks, and it is just, there are too many scooters. I almost got hit by one of those scooters on the sidewalk, or I witnessed someone almost being hit by someone riding these scooters recklessly. They really must go. And also, I'm not trying to ruin anybody's fun or be a party pooper, because when they're used properly, those scooters can be a great way to get around downtown, but people don't use them very well. Let's see. This one says, my must go is men that whistle or hum when they're using the public bathroom.
That's weird.
Yeah, they do. I hear it.
That is creepy.
If you must go, please don't whistle or hum while using the facilities. That's from Dr. Mike. Let's see. This one says, morning all, feel free to use my name. Just a quick dumb thing that must go. Coffee Mate's Natural Bliss Zero Sugar Added Coffee Creamer. Zero sugar added coffee creamer. Absolutely terrible. 0 stars. Do not recommend it. It ruined my coffee. I'll still make it a good day, though. Med Tech M. And then finally this. Good morning. My things that must go. Not getting any Biscoff cookies from the Delta Float in the Pride Parade this past Sunday. Someone testing positive for HIV, thus forcing film production to stop, and everybody has to test. My bill for sprinkler repairs exceeding $500 after years of neglect from renters. The Las Vegas influencer banning me from asking more questions during his Instagram AMA. And people who think that German chocolate cake is from Germany. It's not! It's from Dallas, Texas! The chocolate cake is made by Samuel German, the creator of that cake. It's not from Germany. Thank you for letting me listen, Tony. Gina?
Let's see. Good morning, Lords. Things that must go. All the white cars. I don't understand it. I live in Utah County. Maybe this is unique to my area, but there are so many white vehicles.
There are.
I have a white vehicle.
Can we bring back color, please? There are a lot of white
Look,
cars.
I bought used. It's the best I got.
People who solicit outside Costco and Sam's Club. I'm happy with my cell provider. Don't bother me while I'm shopping. Highway debris seems to be increasing. Tire treads, rocks, other random trash. I've already replaced a windshield this year because of a large object bouncing out of the truck. For the love of God, secure your load, people. Waiting in the hot sun in Sunday's Pride Parade and not seeing my favorite parasocial bestie radio hosts. I was there the whole time for Sunday's parade along State Street and First South. I saw the country, the teeny bopper stations. Somehow, I missed seeing the host from the one radio show that would never work outside of Utah. It's okay, though. I'm glad you were there supporting queer folk like myself, my children, and other youth who deserve to feel cherished as humans. In this political climate, every little gesture makes a big difference. Could even save a life. Thank you for being there. Catherine, loyal FOP for 20 years.
Nice.
Excuse me, retired Johnny here. My thing that must go is Disney announcing they're doing away with the Monsters, Inc. ride.
What?
To make room for an Avatar ride in Pandora Land. I hate this. Avatar is not a good fit for Disney, in my opinion. Keep it the Magic Kingdom. And finally this, you can say my name, Marissa. Deciding to do allergy testing in the middle of the spring, having to go off all of my allergy meds for a week. I'm so itchy.
I would die.
And Trevor Lee must go. Making my allergies and Trevor Lee go away would improve my life exponentially. Thank you for all you do.
I believe Trevor Lee is classified as an allergen.
I'm allergic to him, yes.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Traffic, Gina.
Things seem to be much better than they were yesterday. I only have one issue to tell you about. Crash northbound I-215 at 52nd South. It's the right shoulder that's being affected there. And that's it. I don't think Infiniteam has sent anything in. But if you are seeing anything or that debris on the roads, like our friend in the program was saying, let us know about debris so we can avoid it. 33986 is where you do that.
All right, we've got boners coming up. Here are the candidates you will be voting for. Boner candidate number 1. When asked a simple question, Bobby has a meltdown. Boner candidate number 2, the attack, literally, on the free press. And boner candidate number 3, and if that doesn't work, we'll have him drawn and quartered.
All right. Boners on the way, along with some big boy news and opinioendo, just after some messages and a song. But first, Tracy Aviary.
Yeah, Tracy Aviary. We've done a lot of stuff with them over the years.
Yeah.
We've had shows there. We've done live studio audiences there.
Events.
I had a kid's birthday party there once, which was super fun.
I went to a wedding. It was great.
They do all, or just, spend an afternoon.
They
at
have
Tracy
birds there,
Aviary.
though,
Yeah. 589 East 13th South. It's the southwest corner of Liberty Park. It's a beautiful, peaceful place. Home to over 300 birds representing more than 100 different species from around the world, including many that are extinct or endangered in the wild. Guests can enjoy interactive bird shows, keeper demonstrations, animal encounters, behind-the-scenes exhibit tours, over a dozen nature play opportunities, exploring 8 acres of themed exhibits, botanical gardens. And they're committed to protecting birds in Utah and beyond through education and conservation. So when you go there and spend money, your money's going toward helping keep the birds healthy and happy. $1 from every ticket goes to Tracy Aviary's Conservation Fund. Learn more and plan your visit at Tracy.
Is this a sponsored feature?
Brought to you by Oreo Donut.
Well, I've already started eating.
Yeah.
Here he is, Ben Lee, the donut critic.
Thanks for having me on again.
It's always a pleasure. The 7th annual Utah Donut Championship started yesterday.
Yeah, so I was shocked when I started looking at the winners that I've had the last 6 years and thinking, holy cow, 7 years we've been doing this competition, highlighting our donut shops. And I want you guys all to know that Utah truly is a gem for donuts. It is a hot spot for donuts.
We're spoiled with our donut options.
I mean, we're not a LA or we're not New York. However, we are one of the top 5 spots because people always tune in and they say, how do you have 32 shops to go through this bracket? And I said, I could probably come up with 64.
Easily.
Yeah.
Huh. So previous winners, I think this is interesting. You started in 2019 with Fresh Donut and Deli.
They're still my go-to donut.
Oh, they are so good.
Mountain Donuts is next.
Yep, up in Ogden.
Chubby Baker in
I like
2021.
Chubby,
Yeah, we brought Chubby on a couple weeks ago.
Banbury Cross won 2 years in a row. They've always been a place I go to. They're pretty close to my house.
Very standard, good, and
just straight ahead.
Yep.
And Lehigh Bakery last year. So now what have you brought us today?
So what I brought you in today is Donut Boy. And the reason why I brought you in Donut Boy, because we've tried the winners in a lot of these more popular shops. There's a shop, 1 or 2, that are always so near to winning. And Donut Boy is one of those. Donut Boy and Donut Star down in Draper in South Jordan. And I think more people need to know about it. Donut Boy is a really good donut.
It's in West Valley.
Yep, so it's in West Valley, right by the Maverick Center, right before you get into the Maverick Center trap.
Okay, and what's their story?
So Donut Boy is a family-owned business. They were traveling around, and they had always hit up the donut shops.
We'll get to our game in just a moment and that 9-inch nails giveaway. But first, I'm Johnny O here to remind you all good things come to an end sometime. And the Old Dutch Cleanser contest comes to an end this Saturday at midnight.
That's too
This is the last week to enter and win a brand new 1948 Ford sedan or share in the big cash prizes. If you've put off entering so far, enter now. If you've entered before, enter again, because your chances of winning are just as good as anybody else's. And it's so easy to win. All you do is supply a last line for this winning jingle.
All right.
Listen. For faster cleaning with new ease, just say new post-war Old Dutch, please, with activated seismotite, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Remember, all we want is that last line, something that rhymes with seismotite. Just a few minutes' time, and you could win a brand new Super Deluxe Ford V8 4-door sedan or a crisp, new $10 bill.
$10?
Somebody's going to win, and it might as well be you. Get your entry in tonight. Each entry must be accompanied by the windmill picture from 2 labels of Old Dutch Cleanser. Mail to Old Dutch Cleanser, Box U, Chicago, 77, Illinois. Entries must be postmarked by midnight this Saturday. It's your last chance, so get going.
What, $10 or a car?
That's what I said.
It's a very cheap car.
And now, here's your Beat Gina host. Not cheap at all. He comes very well prepared every day. Your host, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you. The line is, it'll clean your kitchen right. That's the one that you want to.
With activated seismotite, it will clean your kitchen right. That would work very well.
$10.
Or a car.
Or the car.
1948 Deluxe 4-door V8 sedan.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
I think most people won the crisp $10 bill.
All right. The randomizer has picked a contestant. Gina, you'll be playing against Devin today.
Hey,
hello, Devin.
Hey, how's it going, you guys?
Oh, just fine, Devin. We're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you the advantage if you call it correctly. Heads or tails?
Let's go with heads.
All right. It is tails.
You're one step further away. You're going to really have to work for these 9 Inch Nails tickets.
All right, because you lost the coin toss, that means Gina goes first, Devin. It is her opportunity to answer this question first on her own. It's multiple choice, pop culture trivia. If she gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, I hope you were paying attention, Devin, because I'm going to allow you to answer that same question correctly, thus stealing the point away from Gina. And we'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. It is Frank Darabont's birthday.
Oh, he's a director.
Writer, director, producer. And so these are all questions about projects that he has worked on.
You might not know him, but you know his movie.
You know his movie.
You know his work. All right. So the first question, Gina, here you go for you. What was the very first feature film he directed?
Okay.
Was it 1, The Shawshank Redemption? Was it 2, The Green Mile? Was it 3, Banana Mother Effer? Or was it 4, Supercock? It's about fighting roosters.
Yeah.
Of course.
I will go with Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank is correct.
Yes. That's a point for Gina. And now we go to Ms. Devon.
All right. Devin, let's see here. Here we go. What did Frank say about The Green Mile? Which is a movie that he wrote, I believe. What did he say about The Green Mile? We really should have swapped out Tom Hanks for Andrew Dice Clay. Was it 2, My Beloved Mr. Jingles? It was his story all along. The rest of you just didn't know that. Was it 3, The Most Satisfying Movie of My Career? Or 4, Not My Best Work, actually?
Ooh, let's go with 2.
My Beloved Mr. Jingles. It was his story all along. The rest of you just didn't know it.
Well, that was the name of the little mouse.
The mouse was Mr. Jingles, yes, but he never said that.
Sorry,
That was actually a line from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 about Rocket.
I'm going to go with number 3.
Most satisfying movie of his career.
That's 2 points for Gina and none for you, Devin. I'm afraid this may be it because Gina controls the question.
All right, Gina. Frank was inspired to pursue a career in film after seeing what? Is it 1, an Alka-Seltzer Plus commercial filmed by David Lynch? Is it 2, The Incredible Mr. Limpet starring Don Knotts as a fish?
It's a classic.
Was it 3, George Lucas's film THX 1138? Or 4, George Lucas's film American Graffiti?
Oh, well, it's got to be American Graffiti.
You think?
No?
No.
Really?
No. Devin.
I'm going to go with number 3.
THX 1138.
Yeah, THX 1138.
George's first film.
With Robert
Well,
Duvall.
I knew that, but why?
Robert Duvall was in it.
Okay.
That's what inspired him.
All right.
And yes, David Lynch did do an Alka-Seltzer Plus commercial. But that's not.
No.
Anyway, all right. Where are we?
It's 1-2. Devin controls the question. She could tie it up here.
All right, Devin, here we go. According to Rotten Tomatoes, what is Frank Darabont's highest-ranking film by both critics and audience? Is it 1, The Shawshank Redemption? Is it 2, MILF Island? Is it 3, The Green Mile? Or 4, The Man with the Smallest Penis in Existence and the Electron Microscope Technician Who Loved Him?
Probably Green Mile?
You think Green Mile?
That's what I would think, but no.
Shawshank Redemption.
Sorry, Devin, you're out. Out.
Devin.
You're done.
Good game, Gina.
See how gracious
Look at the
Devin
sportsmanship
is?
there.
Oh,
Great.
that should be rewarded. I mean, even though I beat you, Devin, you are a nice person, and that deserves tickets to 9 Inch Nails.
Devin,
Thank you so much.
hang on the line and we'll tell you how to get those tickets.
All right, see you later, Devin. I've got to go home. I've got to listen to some 9 Inch Nails records at home.
All right.
Tears for Fears, 7:25. Time for some boners and then a little bit of big boy news and a pinuendo. and then you'll vote.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's boner of the day. We've got 3 stories of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will hear 2 candidates now, then a 3rd candidate after the news. And once you hear the 3rd candidate, we'll sort of recap them, and then you will vote on which one you think is the worst.
Yep.
The worst member of humanity. The worst, the boner of the day.
Yep.
All right.
And a random boner voter could receive a Can't Buy It, Gotta Win It Radio from Hell boner T-shirt.
Do we have sort of an unending supply of those?
We are actually running low,
Uh-huh.
so we're going to get some new ones in soon.
What color are the ones we have now?
Right now we have black, so I was planning on changing the color. So I'm not sure what color we want to do yet. We'll discuss off air.
Okay.
But we are going to get some new ones soon.
Okay. All right, here's boner candidate number 1. When asked a simple question, Bobby has a meltdown. Maybe some men are just too emotional to go into politics. I don't know. On Tuesday, Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Got so enraged, and he's done this before, during a Senate hearing that a fellow Republican had to intervene, like an adult trying to quell a toddler's big feelings. The moment occurred after Senator Patty Murray, Democrat, Washington, slammed Kennedy for drastic staffing and funding cuts at his department as part of Donald Trump's efforts to reduce the size of the federal government. After describing some of the cuts as illegal, Patty Murray proceeded to call out Kennedy's incompetence by saying his previous committee testimony left her pretty confused and pretty concerned about what is actually happening at Health and Human Services. Quote, "You repeatedly claimed staffing and funding cuts that have been reported on publicly and even confirmed by your department staff are not happening," Murray said. "So either you're lying or you're not the one making the decisions."
Oh, he didn't like that.
She then asked him a pretty straightforward question on child care subsidies for low-income working families. Secretary Kennedy, whose decision was it to withhold child care and development block grant funding? In response to Murray's question, Kennedy, who is known for peddling his debunked conspiracy theories about vaccines, busted out the old classic MAGA tactic of criticizing Joe Biden for doing that. Fully aware that Kennedy was deflecting, Patty Murray injected a few times in an attempt to get him back on track, but Kennedy eventually snapped. "I just want to point out something, Senator. You've presided here." This is Kennedy talking. "I just want to point out, Senator, you've presided here for, I think, 32 years. You've presided over the destruction of the health of the American people." "Seriously?" Murray said as Kennedy continued. "Our people are now the sickest people in the world because you haven't done your job." And he was screaming at her. Because you haven't done your job.
So deflecting from that has nothing. Okay, whether that's true or not, which it's not, has nothing to do with the question she asked him.
"Mr. Secretary, seriously?" Murray said, but Kennedy kept finger pointing and screaming. "What have you done about it? What have you done about the epidemic of chronic disease?" he shouted. "What have you done about the epidemic of chronic disease?" Then a fellow Republican decided she'd had enough of this nonsense. "Mr. Secretary, I would ask you to hold back and let the senator ask a question," said fellow Republican Shelley Moore of West Virginia. After that hullabaloo, Patty Murray, the senator, calmly asked her question again on whose decision it was to withhold child care funding. And lo and behold, Kennedy's answer was pretty basic. That decision was made by my department.
You
Kennedy
could have
said,
just said that.
Yeah.
You needed a grandstand for a minute.
Says R.F. Kennedy Jr. fell apart faster than a dollar store lawn chair at a 4th of July barbecue. He just asked a simple question, and he went off the rails. Boner candidate number 1, Bobby has a meltdown. Here's boner candidate number 2, attack literally on the free press. Shocking video and photos taken amid the ongoing immigration protests in Los Angeles show journalists and news crews being shot, detained, and forced off public property by law enforcement, raising concerns of excessive force and First Amendment rights violations. There have been more than 30 incidents of police violence against journalists as of Tuesday, including 20 injuries, at least 5 of which required emergency room or urgent care visits, said Adam Rose, the press rights chair with the Los Angeles Press Club, which released a statement yesterday urging an end to the targeting of journalists whose work is constitutionally protected. The list of injuries includes a freelance photojournalist requiring emergency surgery Sunday night after being shot in the leg with a 3-inch piece of plastic that he believes was designed to be shot and exploded above a crowd.
Oh.
A flashbang. Graphic photos shared with Huffington Post show a gaping wound in Nick Stern's right thigh that he said left him unable to walk. Also on Sunday, photographer Toby Canham was shot in the forehead with a rubber bullet. Australian broadcast journalist Lauren Tomasi had just finished reporting live from Los Angeles when and you can see the officer turning his gun towards her.
Like on purpose?
Yes, and shooting her in the leg with a rubber bullet, which was very painful. There are several press freedom organizations expressing concern to Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem that federal officers are violating journalists' First Amendment rights while they cover the protests. Boner candidate number 2, the attack literally on the free press. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Well, if that doesn't work, we'll have him drawn and quartered.
Boner candidate number 3 after this big boy news and Opinioendo, brought to you by From the Shadow of the Wasatch Mountains, 4 women, innumerable scandals, unlimited possibilities. This is the secret lives of the real wives of the Salt Lake Hive. It's Salt Lake Acting Company. You can get tickets by going to saltlakeactingcompany.org, or we have a link at x96.com that also tells you all about our special Radio from Hell, Not Safe for Work podcast recording and show.
All right, news.
Jamie Foxx accepted the Ultimate Icon Award during the 2025 BET Awards. What is that? Black Entertainment Television. Yeah, Black Entertainment Television Awards. On last night or the night before. Man, I used to take this thing for granted. That God is good, Fox began his speech. I can't begin to express the love that I feel from everybody out there. The 57-year-old experienced a stroke in 2023 after suffering from a brain bleed. During his acceptance speech, he mentioned that at one point he thought he might be included in the awards show's memoriam section. I got to be honest, man, when I saw that in memoriam, I was like, man, that could have been me. But I don't know why I went through what I went through, but I know my second chance is there, and I'm not going to turn it down. And he started to cry. It was pretty emotional and pretty real.
He's had a hard year.
Yeah, the actor revealed in his Netflix special, Jamie Foxx, what had happened was that while he was fighting for his life, his daughter Annalise had helped save his life. Fox's vitals didn't look good, and she decided to play her guitar for him in his hospital room. They said, we're going to lose him because his vitals are bad, and I didn't want my 14-year-old to see me like that. But Annalise overheard the conversation, and she sneaked into my hotel room with her guitar and said, I know what my daddy needs.
Aww.
And as she played the guitar, my vitals dropped, and I realized God was in that guitar. And the nurses ran in and said, what did you give him? And my daughter said, shh, I got it.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. Let's see. There was a bomb threat forcing evacuation and closure of Utah County government buildings in Provo yesterday. Police sharing that threatening calls were also placed to other cities in Utah, including West Valley. Officials said an employee of the Utah County received a call just after 10 a.m. from a man who said there was a bomb in the Utah County government complex parking structure. He said he was watching the area and the bomb would go off 34 minutes from the time of the call. They gave a timer for a countdown and said that if the bomb didn't go off, then they would start shooting all the government people, Provo police said. They deemed the threat as credible. Around 200 employees were evacuated. The Health and Justice building was closed later by Provo police. So similar thing happening in West Valley. It turns out it was all just, swatting and nothing
But it's
happened.
dangerous.
Yes,
Those things, people could get hurt.
Yep. Now we've got a morsel of murder concerning a manhunt.
Yeah, this story's been going on all week. Travis Decker, the Washington father accused of murdering his 3 young daughters during a court-ordered visit, has been allegedly tracked down following a nationwide manhunt that spanned over a week and involved multiple law enforcement agencies. Decker, 39, is believed to have been tracked to the Blewett Pass. This is in Washington. They received a tip from a hiking party who said they spotted a lone hiker who appeared to be ill-prepared for trail and weather conditions and seemed to be avoiding people. Tracking teams immediately acted on the information, spotted the lone off-trail hiker from a helicopter. They haven't caught him yet, but they think they have him narrowed down to an area where he is. He's wanted in connection with the deaths of his 3 daughters. The mother was had just gotten full custody, but this was a court-ordered visitation, and she had been saying, "I don't trust him, and I want him to have supervised visits." Listen to people when they say things like that, please. Not caught yet, but they think they're getting closer.
Well, this headline in the L.A. Times, all of L.A. is not a war zone. And they separate facts from disinformation in this article in the Los Angeles Times. They would like you to know that Los Angeles is a sprawling Southern California city that encompasses more than 500 square miles. Demonstrations and skirmishes between law enforcement and protesters have largely stayed downtown, within downtown LA's Civic Center, an area spanning just a few city blocks. That's home to courthouses, federal buildings, and LAPD headquarters. Some protests have also spilled into a stretch of the 101 freeway near a downtown immigration detention center. Protesters have gathered in other areas of Southern California where there have been ICE raids or the presence of ICE officials, including outside of a Pasadena hotel, in Paramount near a Home Depot, and in Santa Ana, California. There is no emergency or widespread threat or out-of-control violence in Los Angeles, said Rick Caruso, Los Angeles real estate developer and former president of the L.A. Commission. It's very isolated. It's very contained. People are trying to say, yeah, LA's on fire. The city's going to burn. Well, it doesn't look like it, really.
And this deploying of the Guard members and the Marines, guess what? Guess how much that costs?
Oh, I can't imagine.
$134 million, and that's a number from the Pentagon. That isn't a number that people are guessing. Pete Hegseth was asked how much this was costing. $134 million.
So he did know something.
But let's have a parade.
Yeah.
So let's see what else we have here. This is a really weird story. This is a local story. A woman is facing charges after she allegedly grabbed an officer's gun, bit a sergeant's hand, and tried to use traffic cones to fight officers off as she was being arrested. Annabelle Steele arrested on suspicion of disarming a police officer. Assault by a prisoner, a third-degree felony, other charges. An officer with the Salt Lake City Police Department responded to a report of a domestic disturbance. Apparently, Ms. Steele had attacked her parents, injuring her mother's arm. By the way, Ms. Steele is 20 years old. She also damaged an iPad stand. Okay,
don't do that.
So she does that. She runs off. Officers located Ms. Steele. As they placed her under arrest, she reportedly kicked an officer in the groin, used traffic cones to fight off other officers, bit a sergeant on the hand, grabbed an officer's gun in his holster.
That's the scary part of this.
And once in the patrol vehicle, Steele allegedly tried to climb through the cage to get to the front of the car. She was finally restrained and taken to the Salt Lake Metro County Jail. Bizarre. Let's see. Donald Trump thinks that Fort Bragg is still named after a Confederate.
Oh, not only does he think that, he wants to go back and change all of the Confederately changed names of things.
Like he wants to go back. There are 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
That have changed. The names have been changed because they were Confederate soldiers and generals. The Robert E. Lee and all of that. He said, "Yeah, these are wonderful historical places. We won many wars out of these forts." What? We won many wars?
All kinds of wars.
It was the Civil War, and they were fighting to get rid of the Union. Let's see what else we have. This is a sweet story.
Oh, please, I need a sweet story.
Amid all the stressful and terrible events happening in the world, this is delightful. The recent rescue of an elephant named Mare Noi. For 41 long years, this gorgeous elephant had been chained up and forced to pull hundreds of trees every day for the logging industry in Thailand. Mare Noi, an elephant in her mid-40s, was rescued through a joint effort by Planting Peace and Boon Lots Elephant Sanctuary, which sent a giant truck to pick her up. There's a video recounting her story and revealing the moment she arrives at the elephant sanctuary, where she is excitedly greeted by many of the dogs who live on the 400 acres, along with many other rescue animals. The sanctuary welcomed Mayor Noy with a giant smorgasbord of fruits and vegetables laid out in a heart shape. After her feast, she wandered around the acreage, explored her new home, got to know all of her new family members, all of these other elephants that are there, and had a reunion with an old elephant friend who had previously been rescued from the logging industry. And living up to the old adage about elephants never forgetting, the two pachyderms definitely remembered each other.
They had a secret handshake with their trunks.
Yeah. No, I've heard this before, though, that elephants can be separated for years.
They have great memories.
For years, but if they get back together, they will find the people, the other elephants, their friends, their elephant friends.
Yep.
So anyway, that's
thank you for a nice story.
Nice story.
Good to end on that one. Weather, traffic, Gina.
73 right now, going to be very warm today, high of 97, about a 20% chance of an afternoon thunderstorm, mainly over the mountains, not going to cause much issue or cool things off much, just you might notice that over the mountains today. Overnight low 64, tomorrow 93, Friday 95, we stay in the mid to upper 90s all the way through to the first part of next week. Traffic still looking so much better than yesterday. We had lots of different issues up Parleys and everything. All of that seems to not be the case today. Only one crash to tell you about, northbound I-215 east, 52nd south. And I don't think anybody sent anything in via text. But if you do see something, please share it with us. 33986 is where you do that. Don't pay for tires and oil changes ever again. Get tires and oil changes for life with every new and used Mazda purchase from Bountiful Mazda. See Bountiful Mazda today for details.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3. And if that doesn't work, we'll have him drawn and quartered. Republican U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson advocated for a brutal form of vigilante justice to be performed on the Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom, saying he should be, quote, he said, I don't think he should be arrested. I think he should be tarred and feathered for his opposition to immigration agents' enforcement actions in the state. Newsom replied, good to know we're skipping the arrest and going straight for the 1700s-style form of punishment, a fitting threat given that the Republicans want to bring our country back to the 18th century when what is now the U.S. was ruled by a monarch. This came after the Louisiana congressman declined to say if Newsom and other California officials should be arrested, as Trump and his border czar Tom Holman had recently floated. Tarring and feathering, by the way. You know, people sometimes think of that as well. I mean,
funny thing to happen?
Yeah, kind of a funny thing to happen. It usually killed the person that it happened to.
Well, yeah, how do you undo that?
It's tarring and feathering is the recipient is stripped naked, and hot wood tar is applied to the skin, followed by feathers. It was first recorded as being used in 1189 in orders issued by Richard I of England during the Crusades. It became a common form of vigilante justice. Customs officials and others in the British colonies, and then it was used in the United States and in the South.
Yeah, Mike Johnson thought he was being funny. Yeah. That's not funny.
Not really funny. Tar and feather him. Boner candidate number 3.
All right. Do you want to do recap of 1 and 2, and then we'll do a wonderful. We'll vote.
We'll get to voting. Boner candidate number 1. When asked a simple question, Bobby had a meltdown. Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. got so enraged during a Senate hearing that a fellow Republican had to intervene like an adult trying to quell a toddler's rage. Boner candidate number 2. The attack on the free press. This is going on in L.A., and you can see it. I mean, I saw that one video of the Australian reporter. She finished her report, and then you see this.
There's a still picture of it at x96.com.
Yeah, that's right when the bullet hits her. But when you see the video, you can see an officer deliberately turning and pointing his gun at her and firing a rubber bullet and hitting her in the leg. There have been more than 30 incidents of police violence against journalists. And boner candidate number 3, well, if that doesn't work, we'll have him drawn and quartered.
All right. Time for you to vote for Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3. You can choose whichever candidate you think is the worst and which one should be Boner of the Day. You can call in and cast your vote that way by talking to Maya at 877-602-9696. You can also go online to our Boner of the Day post and click and vote whichever one you think is best right there. Or you can send us a text message with the 1, 2, or 3, nothing else in it, just 1, 2, or 3 to 33986. Text us there and give us your vote. You have about 3 minutes to do so. Go vote.
Axio.
Award the Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by, Pasta Primavera.
And experience the Utah Arts Festival June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square, featuring legendary performers including Leftover Salmon, Robert Randolph, Souls of Mischief, Grammy nominee MV Caldera. Get tickets at uaf.org.
Well, I think they're probably trying to send me the results.
Yep, looks like she said 1 minute.
I don't have them, but I know Boner candidate number 1. Oh, there they are. Interesting. Bobby, Boner candidate number 1, his meltdown, he got 20 votes.
He won yesterday, so maybe people wanted a different option today.
Boner candidate number 3, if that doesn't work, the tar and feathers will have him drawn a quarter. I got 69 votes. but it was not the winner. Boner candidate number 2, the attack on the free press, wins Boner of the Day.
All right.
Now that will be in the running for Boner of the Week coming up on Friday.
On Friday with Dave the Flower Guy. Okay, is this sponsored,
our Dr.
Gina?
Cobble, yes, you can win $1,000 and a 6-pack of tickets to some of your favorite artists coming to Utah this summer, like Blue October or Morrissey. Simply be part of the X96 Secret Contest. Find out more details by going to x96.com/secret contest.
You can't drink a 6-pack of tickets, can you?
You could try.
I don't think you can do it.
I don't think your doctor would recommend it.
Well, my doctor won't ever hear about them.
But he's right here.
Oh, it's Dr. Hi, Dr. Cobble.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing good.
Dr. Cobble, I missed you yesterday. I came in to see Brittany for a microneedling appointment, and you scooted out before I had a chance to say hi.
Oh, bummer. Well, I hope that went well.
Went great.
She gets her micro needling at your office, and I give her a macro needling here. Listen, if you got health problems, does your tire ache? Have you got a pain in your side? Have you got
a hitch in your giddy up?
That kind of thing. We have a doctor here who can maybe help you answer some questions about that. 877-602-9696 is the number to call and ask questions for Dr. Cobble. If you want to text, you can also text questions, but usually it works better to call on the phone. Mm-hmm. So it's 877-602-9696 for your medical questions. He's a certified doctor. I've seen his diploma on the wall in his office, so he's
and he's doctored you up real good, hasn't he?
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you, Dr. Cobble. I've been meaning to ask you this for a long time. Is it important to know what your blood type is?
I don't think so.
Really? It's not important for individuals to know what it is?
No, not unless you're going to get major surgery or may have to have a blood transfusion. But typically, I don't think that's a thing that's important for you to know.
Do you know your blood type, Bill?
I do not.
Oh, Gina?
I don't. I know I'm a O. I don't remember if I'm positive or negative.
I am O negative. I do know my blood type, but I had surgery, so
I've
I've
had plenty of surgery.
I guess that's true. You've had more than I have.
And I don't know. Do you know my blood type, Dr. Cobble?
I was just thinking about your surgery, and you were Abby normal, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's a great way to remember it.
And Gina, I assume you're looking more beautiful this morning after yesterday's microneedling.
I'm radiant, aren't I? Radiant?
A ray of sunshine.
Although I've been trying to counteract that with some macro needling. We have a phone call, line one.
We do. Let's go to Zane.
Good morning, Zane. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm just fine. How are you all?
That's good. We're fine, Zane. So what is your question for Dr. Cobble?
Hey, Dr. Cobble. I was just wondering how serious a 2-millimeter brain aneurysm could be.
Well, aneurysms in general are pretty serious. 2 millimeters is remarkably small, but I think that sometimes when they're that small, they just may monitor them over time. But I think that's certainly a conversation the neurosurgeon or neurologist would be having with you.
So probably not horrible, but keep abreast of it, Zane.
Okay, my wife they found a brain aneurysm in my wife.
Great. Well,
not great. That's not great at all.
I meant no. I'm in light of everything else we know about Zane. That's really great.
Right.
Yeah. All right, Zane. Well, just they'll keep an eye on it. She'll be okay. All right.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Cobble. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Zane.
Thank you.
877-602-9696 is the number. There's a text question here, which I would like you to talk about, Dr. Cobble, because I had this happen to me. Somebody says, I have a hydrocele on both testicles. What is the procedure for getting rid of them, and are they likely to return? So can you explain what a hydrocele is and then go on?
That was
with
my question.
Yeah, hydrocele is just a water fluid collection around that particular area.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're small, then we don't do anything about them. If they're large, it's an easy surgery for a urologist to fix.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen hydroseals as big as a 1 liter bottle. It's remarkably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in my residency, that patient would come in from Wyoming once a year to have it drained, which is not the right way to do it. So I think, again, big hydroseals can have some medical consequences, and it's reasonable for a urologist to determine how to take care of it.
Now, I had one, and the urologist said it's probably preventing you from being is fertile the word fertile the word I want to use. It's probably preventing you from.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, my wife and I were trying to have a child at the time, and that didn't seem to be working out. And I said, well, maybe that's the reason. So I had the surgery. It was pretty simple, but I remember the recovery being kind of painful. But other than that, it was pretty simple.
Well, and I typically worry more about varicoceles, which are little veins around that area.
That's what I
keep it
had.
warm.
That's what I had, varicocele.
Of course you had the more concerning thing.
Of course I did.
Yeah.
It was an
Those
adventure.
are little veins, and that heats up the boys, and sometimes they're not as effective.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's exactly what I had, a varicocele. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. Dr. Cobble can answer these complicated and even personal questions. I mean, if I can sit here and talk about my testicles, you can call in and talk about yours.
877-602-9696.
Yeah, call us and ask your questions of Dr. Cobble, or you can text us 33986.
All right, traffic, Gina.
I've got a crash southbound I-15 on-ramp Bangor Highway. 2 left lanes are closed there. Had someone text in asking about what's happening around Thanksgiving Point. I do see a slowdown there on the UDOT cameras, but no accidents been reported, so maybe that's just normal morning slowage. If you're in that area and know what's happening, or in any area, whatever area you're in, you see something that needs to be shared, share it. Text it to us. 33986. Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State, or hastergames.com.
All right, we'll have more with Dr. Cobble coming up just after these messages. But first, Zero Res, Gina.
Yeah, I know they just came to Carrie's house. He said they did not only carpet, but some upholstery, too, some couches and some chairs he had. I bet it's been a long time, if ever, that you've had that done.
I could use that.
If you have pets, like Katie does, if you have kids, if you have dirty relatives that come over and sit on your couch.
People who sit on their furniture wearing no clothes.
It happens. Good time to call Zero Res. They've got a special going on right now. Get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned for just $129 when you mention X96. Or when you go online to zerores.com, there's a little drop-down menu. Ask where you heard about it. Just put in, I think it says Gina, X96 there. Just click on that, and you will get that special price, and you will be happy you did. They use their patented technology to get your carpets insanely clean without the use of detergents or harsh chemicals. And unlike traditional cleaners, Zero Res leaves your carpets dry in hours, not days. Give them a call, 866-0RES, or go to zerores.com to schedule your appointment today.
I have a lifesaver.
What kind?
I stole it from Jana's desk. It's those.
Oh,
she has them.
Is it Wint-O Green?
Is that what they call them? She has them on her desk all the time.
Wint-O Green?
I have a pocket full of them right now. I just grab a handful.
You grab?
Yeah.
No, they're not there for you to grab a handful. They're there for you to take one once in a while. It's not a handful.
I take a handful and then I don't take any more for a long time. What's the difference between taking one once in a while?
Do they still make the butter rum flavor ones?
Those are the best.
Yeah, they do.
Because those are the ones.
I almost bought a roll recently, as a matter of fact.
If you're gonna buy lifesavers, it should
butter
be
rum.
There was these weren't lifesavers; they were butterscotch discs. So they were some different brand, but
not
without a hole.
Not as good as the butter rum.
Okay, so they have the butter rum, Pep-O-Mint.
This just says lifesaver.
Wild cherry, hard candy, 5 flavors, mints, orange mint. Wow.
I used to...
And Wint-O Green.
Yeah, I used to like the tropical fruit. you could get a roll of tropical fruit flavored lifesavers. I don't know if they still have those. They're, there's coconut and lime, and
I love those.
They're delicious.
I remember my cousin Ray, the weird one.
Yeah.
We would exchange Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
I'd get him an action figure or something cool.
Yeah.
Every year. It's because his mother did it.
The Lifesaver
Aunt
book?
Shirley, the Lifesaver Sweet Story book. Every year.
Well, Punk gave me one of those every year.
Yeah, but that's all he gave me.
Wasn't like that.
Oh,
and
yeah. It wasn't that and something.
and an action
No, it was,
figure.
here. So I told Ray, I said, I'm not going to get you Christmas presents anymore. Why? Because your mother keeps giving me these
Lame.
every year. I don't want them. So just keep
Did you
them.
eat them though?
No.
No.
The butter rum. I ate the
Yeah.
butter rum, but the rest, I think
You
my
should
sister.
be able to get one of those that's all butter rum.
Yes.
It seems to me you could.
Okay, next time I'm at the store, I'm going to actually look for butter rum lifesavers.
I haven't thought about a butter rum lifesaver in a long time.
I'm going to look it up online. That's what I'm going to do.
Orange mint ones are good. Butter rum, you leftists sicken me.
Is that what
the texture says?
That's my sign off today.
You leftists sicken me.
Leftists sicken me. Me left. Okay.
It's, Lifesavers Butter Rum Hard Candy Bulk. 20 single packs. You can have it by 6 today.
Amazon?
Yep.
Okay.
By 6 o'clock today.
Thank you, Robert. How much is that? Good heavens.
'96.
8:02.
Let's see. Malcolm in Syracuse is turning his head and coughing and wondering if that's the right thing to be doing right now in Syracuse.
In Syracuse.
Do they still do that turn your head and cough thing, Dr. Cobble? Oh.
Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Say it again, would you?
Well, the reason why you turn your head and cough is so you're not coughing on the clinician.
Right.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
but you're coughing to produce pressure in the abdominal cavity to see if there's a hernia.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel the hernia. That's you could bear down like you're having a bowel movement to increase pressure as well. But turning your head and cough is kind of a MASH thing. Not from the movie, but it's kind of a
Yeah. All right, we've got a phone call from David. By the way, 877-602-9696 to talk to a doctor, Dr. Michael Cobble. David. Hi, David.
Hello, everybody.
What's your question?
So I fairly regularly, once a year, usually get a good case of pertussis, and I had one earlier a month or so ago, and everything is cleared up except for it seems like I've got like this ball of phlegm that's around my throat, and it is just annoying, and it's what I affectionately call kennel cough. I just am constantly kind of coughing. I was hoping to... Yeah, exactly. I was hoping to find out. I've tried allergy medication, but I don't think that's helping. So,
any thoughts on that, Dr. Cobble?
Yeah, I mean, you have 3 or 4 options. Number 1, it's going to go away with time. Number 2, allergies. Mine have been terrible last month, and I've been having to take my allergy pills 2 or 3 times a day, which they're traditionally once a day. So kicking that up may have some value. And then number 3, Montelukast Singulaire prescription could have some value. That's a prescription. You have to see your clinician.
I take
Number
Montelukast
4,
every day. Actually, it's great.
yeah, it works really well. And then number 4 is sometimes low-dose prednisone for 2, 3, 4 weeks, like 2 milligrams. And then sometimes a little bit of Mucinex, which is over the counter, can thin out that phlegm. It's a mucolytic moisturizer. It can thin out the phlegm, and then maybe your antihistamines will dry it up. But those are the options you have. And while it's irritating and affects your quality of life, it's not going to affect your quantity of life, which is good.
So one further question.
Yeah.
So I'm currently taking Allegra, Claritin, and Zyrtec, one each a day at different times. Should I just stick with one or the other, or is there a problem doing all three different kinds?
Well, if you're taking 3 antihistamines a day, you're hitting it pretty hard. So I think they all do a similar thing. It's like Chevy, Dodge, and Ford. So sometimes I have people mix them up because they find one has a little more value, or the Zyrtec makes them tired, so they'll take that at night. They'll take the Claritin or Allegra in the morning. But I think if you're taking one of each 3 times a day, you've done all you can do with an antihistamine, and I think you need to look at those other options that I mentioned.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Thank
You see, 877-602-9696. David's question was answered, and he has some valuable knowledge that he can take away and do something about his phlegm ball.
We got a text. Somebody said, I keep seeing ads on social media for a liver cleanse product. Is there any validity to those?
I don't know. I mean, liver cleansing has been popular for 30-plus years, probably 100 years. So I think eating a healthy Mediterranean diet, healthy food, I think drinking plenty of water, I just think that, you can make your liver happy by doing healthy lifestyle management. I'm not sure if cleansing options are, but I don't think they're probably dangerous. So I'm not trying to discount them.
Mm-hmm.
But
I keep hearing, I listen to a podcast that has as a sponsor, I forget the name of it, but they say, before you drink, you should always take this because you won't have a hangover if you take this before you drink. Is that really possible?
Well, probably. I think there are certain things that can block the alcohol effect and the lactic acidosis. But, before you drink, maybe drink water, and that will dilute the alcohol absorption and the acidosis that can happen from it.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Where in the world do you think water is free, Gina?
It just comes right out of the tap in my house.
877-602-9696 is the number. Let's see, we got a text question. I'm a 43-year-old woman, and I have bursitis in my shoulder. This is not from an injury. What kind of exercises or physical therapy could I be doing?
Well, I think seeing a physical therapist directly is helpful. You can also Google or do whatever search you want for shoulder bursitis exercises. There are so many of those resources online, but bursitis is just inflammation of the little capsule around the joint, the bursa, and it's usually an overuse injury from whatever, on the computer, painting, working in the garden, it's overuse.
Slapping your kids.
Yeah, slapping your kids across the side of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you, Bill.
Yeah, that's how I got it, spanking them. Bursitis. Let's see, we have another text question. Now, I'm going to ask you this, and I think you probably will back off of it and not want to answer it. Hey, Dr. Cobble, what is your opinion of chiropractors? Do you think they are beneficial to help manage pain?
Yeah, I think chiropractors are great. I think that, find a chiropractor you're comfortable with and you feel like is adding value to your care. But, yeah, I think chiropractic care and osteopathic care and holistic naturopathic care are all great. What I do is allopathic medicine, so that's a little bit different. But,
what is that?
Well, allopathic medicine is the kind of medicine we do today that focuses a little bit on medicine to treat particular diseases. But, I always want people to do the appropriate lifestyle. I want them to eat a healthy diet. I want them to, exercise and have stress management and meditation and yoga and Pilates and any of those types of things. So, I always just hope and want people to do healthy lifestyle. And then if I have to manage their cholesterol or their blood sugar or their blood pressure or their depression, I'm here to offer allopathic medical care to assist in that.
Yeah, medication that will help. I mean, I know I had started to have high cholesterol, and now it's very well managed with medication. I have no.
But also probably the lifestyle changes Dr. Cobble asked you to make help also.
Yeah, if I had done those, it would have.
Well, I think the bad thing is cholesterol goes up with age, so oftentimes cholesterol is not dietary, and blood pressure, while it can be driven by certain behaviors, blood pressure is an age-driven issue as well. So I think the big thing is, when I have a 50-year-old marathon runner and she has cholesterol of 300, triglycerides 300, and she has a vegetable-based diet, it's not rice and pasta. Her question is, how do I change my diet? It's like, no, you got to change your parents, and making a genetic parental change is very difficult.
Yes.
So I think that there was another question.
Yes, someone says my toddler is turning 4 in August and hasn't gotten his second measles shot because he gets it at 4. Should I be concerned and try to get it early?
Well, I don't think in August, you're almost there. You could go to your pediatrician and see if they're, I think the immunization schedule is not written in stone. So I think if you're fearful of it and he's at a daycare or another facility where he could be exposed, I don't think it's unreasonable to go in early and ask for it. But I don't think you have to be markedly worried about it. But, you don't want people to catch measles because it's highly contagious, and in those rare cases it can be fatal.
I had it as a child, and it was that's a long time ago, and I still remember how unpleasant it was, how just awful it was to have it.
Oh, Bill, this explains a lot of your medical history. Now it makes more sense to me. But I agree with you. I had the flu when I was probably 3rd grade, and I was home in bed for a week, and the doctor made a house call. And typically when you're sick and you get to miss school, you're home having fun. When we had TV, there was black and white, and you had 2 channels, so you weren't watching TV. But I was so sick, I can still remember that. And I don't remember much else from my childhood, like you remember spanking your kids and slapping them across the side of the head. I don't remember much from my childhood, but I remember having the flu, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
All right.
We got time for the phone call?
One last question from Cody.
Hi, Cody. Where are you calling us from?
Camas.
Okay. What's up? What are you doing? What do you need to know?
I was wondering what's the difference between an MRI and a CT when it comes to broken bones.
Well, MRI is a magnetic resonance. CT is a computed tomography. CT is a little bit better for hard structure, bone structures. MRI is better for soft tissue. So MRI, we typically like to look at like discs and ACLs and shoulders, and so it's a little better at looking at soft tissue, organ type things, whereas CT scan's a little bit better for bones.
Cody, so you have a fractured ankle, is that right?
That's right, and they've already done an MRI, and now they want to do a CT. They saw the break on the MRI, but now they want to do a CT as well.
Yeah, they probably just want to better identify the fracture and make sure that it's an acute fracture, not an old one. And so the CT scan's just a little bit better at looking at the bone structure, and it may help direct how they're going to treat it.
There you go, Cody.
Okay.
There's knowledge for you, and that was for free. Thanks,
Cody.
Thanks for calling.
Feel better, Cody.
Thank you.
Is that it?
That is it. We are out of time.
All right, Dr. Cobble. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks
Dr. Cobble.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Infiniteam reporting a couple of crashes northbound I-15 just before 53rd South left lane. Looks like a motorcycle involved in that one. Somebody says something's happening 6 South 3rd West. I don't know what it is. Something
6 South and 3rd
is
West.
happening. Let's see. We have southbound I-15 Bangor Highway 2 left lanes closed there. Northbound US 40. This is UVU campus in Heber, actually.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me, but that's what UDOT is saying. Does it make sense to you? Text us and let us know what's making sense in your life. We appreciate it when you do that. Shark Summer at Clark Planetarium has finally surfaced. See Shark Kingdom 3D on the giant IMAX screen. Snap a selfie with the 11-foot shark. Enjoy shark-themed snacks and gifts. It's happening all summer long.
All right, coming up in just a few minutes after a couple of messages and a song is Beat Gina. And you could win what?
Tickets to see Morrissey October 4th at the Union.
Morrissey for Beat Gina. Bill, what's the trivia topic?
I don't remember. I think it's...
It's on the front of the page.
I got it here. Hang on. It's a Peter Dinklage trivia.
There you go. All right, Peter Dinklage trivia. 877-602-9696. Call to play Beat Gina, and you could win Morrissey tickets just after this. Beat Gina or Carrie or Bill. Wow, it's a day, you guys.
Katie,
Bill, Ran
hi,
Life.
Hi, Katie. Bill Allred.
Yeah,
right here.
give me Ran Life. How about that?
Ran Life. I'm going to tell you a bunch of things here that I don't understand with mortgages.
But they understand it, right?
Yeah, Ran Life understands it. That's why I'm going to tell you. I could just sit here, as a matter of fact, and say for 60 seconds, go to ranlife.com/x96. They're a local mortgage company. ranlife.com/x96. They know mortgages, and they know this housing market inside and out. This housing market we're in, they know. And they know how to get you the best kind of loan for your home. Ran Life Home Loans has got this, this is the stuff I don't understand. They've just put their floor rate down to the bottom at 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage at an incredible 3.25%. That's 3.25% on 5.98% APR. So Ran Life can explain all of that to you, how to get a mortgage, how to get lower payments, how to get the most out of your money. ranlife.com/x96.
It is 8:24 and time for Beat Gina. Is this sponsored?
Yeah, brought to you by X96 welcomes Morrissey October 4th at the Union. Tickets are on sale now. Get information and ticket links at x96.com.
Well, Beat Gina is just about to happen. But first, a word from our sponsor. I'm Johnny Ola, your announcer. With word from our sponsor, a sponsor that provides instant sparkling freshness for you in every glass of Medallion Health Salt.
Health Salt.
Wake fresh in the morning. Keen and active, enjoy your day. Thanks to that glass of sparkling, effervescent Medallion Health Salt. It tones up the system, cools and purifies the blood, gives you fresh energy, and keeps you fit for work and play.
Wow.
But put Medallion Health Salt on your grocery list today. Medallion, manufactured by Groves McVitie & Company Limited in their own factories in Melbourne, Australia. Remember, if it's Medallion, it's good.
Health Salt.
And now, I have no idea what it is.
Okay. It's cooling and invigorating.
They just pay me and I read it.
Okay.
Fair.
There. So now, because our host, Kerry Jackson, is on sabbatical, I'll be doing the show today. Do we have a contestant?
We do. We've got Joshua. Joshua, are you on the phone?
I am here.
Hello, Joshua. Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. Great.
Well, you ready to play the game?
I'm ready.
All right. What's going to happen here is Katie's going to flip a coin. You call it heads or tails to see who goes first.
Heads.
Heads. It is tails. Gina goes first.
You're going to have to work harder to get these Morrissey tickets.
All right. You know how to let me explain how we play the game if I can remember. We have 3 points. You get to 3 points, you win the game. Now Gina's going to go first. But if she misses the question, you get a chance to steal that question, that point away. So listen carefully, all right?
I'm ready.
It's Peter Dinklage trivia today, and I'm not sure why it's Peter Dinklage. Is it his birthday?
It's his birthday.
It's his birthday today?
Yep.
All right, it's Peter Dinklage trivia. Gina, the first question is for you. What in the world is that sound?
Joshua, where are you?
Joshua, what's making that sound?
My truck.
Oh, can you make it stop?
Yeah, it's real loud.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, it's still doing it.
Well, maybe Katie turn him down, and we'll turn him up when it's time for him to
Okay,
answer.
Gina, first question's for you.
Yes.
First question. Oh, it's off now, he says.
Okay.
First question. Listen carefully, Joshua, because if Gina misses this, you will get to steal. All right. Gina.
Yes.
What was Peter Dinklage's first movie?
Okay.
Was it 1, Sterno in Surviving Eden? This is his character and the movie.
Okay.
Or was it Tito in Living in Oblivion? Or was it Jub Jub in Jub Jub Takes a Dive? Or number 4, Who's That Living in My Basement?
Is it number 1?
No, I'm sorry.
No.
It was not Sterno in Surviving Eden. This gives Joshua the chance to steal. Joshua, what's the answer?
I'm going to say number 3.
Jub Jub in Jub Jub Takes a Dive? No, I'm sorry, Joshua. That's not correct. It was Tito in Living in Oblivion. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. I believe
0-0. It is now Joshua's
question. Joshua, listen carefully. Where was Peter Dinklage born? Was it 1, New Jersey, 2, New York, 3, New Caledonia, or 4, New Old Town, New Brunswick?
I'm going to say New York.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Gina for the steal?
You gave this one to me, Joshua. It's New Jersey.
Yes, New Jersey. Correct.
That's 1 point for Gina. She is winning, and it is Gina's question.
All right, Gina.
Yes.
Peter Dinklage's mom told him that he was going to lose the Golden Globe Award. To whom?
Oh, okay.
Was it to Joffrey Lannister? Number 2, his incredibly talented beard. Number 3, Guy Smiley. Or number 4, Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
Yes, that's correct.
That's
That
2
was
points
an
for
easy
Gina.
one, Josh. That wasn't fair to you either. That
was kind of an easy one, wasn't it?
It is Josh's question to try and get on the board.
It's 2-0, is that
Yep.
right? All right. Joshua, Peter Dinklage was the only Game of Thrones actor to do what? Was it 1, win an Emmy for his work on the show, 2, refuse to do a nude scene, 3, demand to know how this damn story ends, or 4, he was the only actor to eat 3 meals a day every day at craft services?
I'm going to go with number 2.
He refused to do a nude scene? No.
No, he didn't.
No. I think everyone in Game of Thrones did a nude scene.
Required to do a nude scene.
I believe, Gina, this is a steal and the win.
Yes, he's the only one to win an Emmy.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And Gina wins the game.
Takes the game.
Oh, Joshua, I got some easy questions there. I'm feeling bad that you didn't win outright. So you didn't win outright, but I'm going to give you those tickets to see Morrissey October 4th at the Union anyways.
All right, how's that? That is sweet, isn't it? Hang on the line, Joshua, and somebody in the other room will tell you what to do.
They will.
All right. Well, listen, I've got to go. Got a glass of Medallion health salt to drink up.
Oh, well, good luck with that. News now brought to you by...
Summer Showdown continues this weekend. This is at Salt Lake Film Society, Broadway Center Cinemas. Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D with 3D glasses provided. Everyone should go see this on Friday. It will be a lot of fun. It's versus The Burning, which is another like horror camp kind of show. With Holly Hunter. It's her first movie she was ever in. Jason Alexander. Lots of reasons to check that out. And for the 50th anniversary, see a restored version of the Erie classic Picnic at Hanging Rock. Get your tickets and all your information at slfstix.org.
News.
Well, the Walt Disney Company said on Monday that it has completed its purchase of Hulu, agreeing to pay NBC Universal an additional $438.7 million for its stake in the streaming service. The transaction gives Disney complete ownership of Hulu, clearing the way for a deeper integration with Disney Plus streaming service and ESPN's coming direct-to-consumer offering, according to CEO Bob Iger. Comcast agreed to sell Disney its 33% stake in Hulu in 2019 after the Burbank Entertainment conglomerate acquired a majority stake in the streaming service as part of its $71 billion takeover of 21st Century Fox's entertainment assets. These numbers they're almost
crazy numbers.
Beyond belief. Yeah. The agreement established a $27.5 billion floor valuation for Hulu and set a process for arriving at a fair market value that involves a third-party appraisal that arrived in final valuation. Hulu boasts popular titles: The Bear, Only Murders in the Building, which I thought, I don't know, the last season was kind of disappointing, I thought.
I enjoy all those.
54.7 million subscribers at the end of Disney's second quarter. Hulu was a great start for us in streaming and generated nearly $10 billion in proceeds for Comcast and created an important audience for NBC Universal's world-class content, said Comcast in a statement. Let's see. There are always new trends circulating on social media platforms or YouTube. And the Norum family is raising awareness about how some of those trends can turn dangerous. Parker Tenney is just 8 years old, but definitely he knows how to have fun. Summer is often the season when kids have the most fun, but over the next 18 months, Parker will be doing things a little differently because of those social media trends. They had heard on YouTube Shorts that if you put these squishy balls in the microwave for 30 seconds, it'll make them extra squishy, explained Parker's mom, Kathy Tenney. Tenney was talking about the squishy toy known as Nido. I haven't seen this. I don't know what it is exactly. But she shared about how putting them in the microwave is a trend that parents need to be warned about. The gel inside them exploded onto Parker. He didn't have a shirt on. I heard a blood-curdling scream. Parker suffered third-degree burns on his stomach and his chest. When they first told me, we're going to need to admit him for at least 2 weeks, we need to do surgery, I stood up and got emotional. Like, geez, said Greg Tenney, Parker's father.
Poor kiddo.
Spent 18 days in the University of Utah Burn Center, 2 skin graft surgeries. Parker went home Monday with a protective vest and a lot of hope. It'll take about 18 months to 2 years to fully heal.
There's all kinds of crap on TikTok and Instagram that is not real and not good. And
As an 8-year-old kid who shouldn't be on TikTok or Instagram or any of that crap anyway. Donald Trump. Oh, excuse me, that's the caption of the picture. One of Utah's most faithful supporters of Donald Trump, Senator Mike Lee.
Yeah.
I love Donald. Announced Tuesday that he's introducing legislation, Mike Lee did, calling for an investigation into one of the president's most prominent critics. The resolution comes in response to a photo shared on Instagram by former FBI Director James Comey. The image portrayed seashells arranged to say 8647 and was accompanied by the caption, "Cool shell formation on my beach walk." Remember, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. In his current term, of course, Trump is the 47th president. The number 86 is used in a variety of ways. Often
it means get rid of.
It means throw out,
Michael, are you doing any actual work for you? I'm one of your constituents. Have you done anything to help make mine or my family's life
He's calling
better?
for an investigation into James Comey.
That's not making my life or my family's life.
Oh, sure it is, Gina. Because if we can get James Comey, then you'll be able to breathe a little easier.
I know.
So I don't know. Trump appeared to get a little confused on Tuesday as he attempted to lob an insult at his predecessor during a speech at Fort Bragg. "I've known this guy for a long time," he said of former President Joe Biden. "You know, he was never the sharpest bulb."
No, he didn't.
Yes, he
say
did.
that?
Trump also got a second dig in at Biden, saying he was of sound mind only a very long time ago. But it was his confusion between, the sharpest tool in the tool bag, or and the brightest bulb that lights up the social. But are bulbs ever sharp? Not the sharpest bulb.
And by the way, the longer your presidency goes, the further away the Joe Biden presidency goes. Let it go.
Can't do it.
Move on.
Can't do it. Let's see what else we have. A 29-year-old man is facing multiple felony charges after police say he just started shooting at people during an argument in Salt Lake, endangering 6 people. Police say that he then fled the scene with a stolen firearm before being arrested. Hiram Bucratic was charged in 3rd District Court with several counts of aggravated assault and other charges. Bucratic got into a fight. Mr. Bucratic got into a verbal fight with a person on Chicago Street, which is 940 West. According to a police booking affidavit, police said at some point he pointed a black handgun at the person and fired a shot, endangering 5 additional people standing nearby. Police responded to the scene. I don't think anybody was hit. Police say that Mr. Bucratic fled on foot, jumping a fence and hid between a bunch of pallets. But they got him. They took him in. Yeah, nobody was injured. But he was just sort of shooting indiscriminately, and it turns out, of course, it was a stolen gun. Let's see. Donald Trump says that anybody who protests at the U.S. military parade on Saturday will be met with, quote, very heavy force. Trump told reporters in the Oval Office that they were going to be celebrating big on Saturday, referring to the parade that will wind its way through downtown Washington. And if there's any protester that wants to come out, they will be met with very big force. I haven't even heard about a protest, but, this is people that hate our country.
So they were,
but they will be met with a very heavy force.
So there are competing events going on. So that big military parade is on Saturday, and there are competing events all over the country. And I think they're calling them No Kings.
No King.
And they're supposed to be peaceful, not violent, not destruction of property, but protesting Donald Trump. No Kings. So.
Here's what Homeland Security Tom Homan said. If there are any protesters at the parade, if they spit, we will hit. Just let's see, Gina, you can help with this story a little bit.
What's that?
We have some time still, right?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
So the Kennedy Center hosted a free animated film about Jesus. but only a little more than half of the seats were filled, according to a new report. Donald Trump avoided the Kennedy Center in his first term, but has since vowed to remake it in MAGA's image. Already reports have abounded about canceled bookings, a drop-off in donations. I think there's a production of Les Mis that's supposed to be done there soon, and a bunch of actors are saying, no, I don't think we're going to do it. Legendary stars like Yo-Yo Ma dropped out of a performance ever since Trump promised to rebuild the Kennedy Center into a bastion of MAGA. Raw Story reported over the weekend on how the Kennedy Center officials have purportedly discussed speaking to Qatar, the country of Qatar, about funding a VIP renovation project.
Oh, that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal report also revealed the potential Qatar funding had an anecdote about this recent film flop. Richard Grenell, the White House special envoy, who was named executive director of the Kennedy Center in February, said the president has taken direct interest in the center and agreed that it needed additional funding for upkeep and repairs after a recent visit. The back of the house and the front of the house have been left in an embarrassing state. I'm proud to be a small part of a team where the boss eschews partisan politics, yeah, sure, in favor of putting American culture, heritage, and so forth. But at any rate, this screening was on June 1st, was a public screening of The King of Kings, an animated feature film about the story of Jesus told by the character of Charles Dickens.
Yeah, Sean Means actually reviewed it, and I think there is some local connection to that.
Yeah, it is, and I think he said it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Grinnell ordered that the free event take place in the center's biggest venue, a 2,500-seat concert hall, at a projected cost of $29,000 for staffing, free popcorn, and other expenses. The whole thing was supposed to be free. The event also featured a prayer wall where visitors could post their written prayers. Well, about only like the auditorium was only half full, and it was also sponsored by this pest control company. I think it's called Moxie. Is that right?
So Jason Walton, who's the CEO and founder of Moxie Pest Control, from Utah, he actually ran for Senate. He was running for the seat that John Curtis ended up getting.
Yeah. And so, but the whole thing was just a total flop, even though it was free.
And it was absolutely free.
Yeah, nobody came. Well, about half the people they thought would. All right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
FIFA Club World Cup kicks off Saturday at Hard Rock Stadium with Inter Miami playing a team from Egypt. I wonder where this sports story is going to go. The Department of Homeland Security has announced that ICE and Customs and Border Patrol personnel will be at the game.
Oh, geez.
Quote, providing security.
Yeah, okay.
That raised questions among some who are wondering if the federal agents are just part of the overall security team, which is normal for a big event, or are they checking papers and detaining fans who are arriving for the game? FIFA held a hype event at its headquarters on Tuesday afternoon, publicizing the tournament. Local leaders were there. Emilio Estefan produced a music video there. But Customs and Border Patrol agents will be attending, posting on social media, let the games begin. They are going to try to catch people who are coming to, because who watches, who are big soccer fans.
Yep.
International folks. So even our sports, I'm afraid, is being ruined by this stuff. You've got, let's see, NBA Finals today. Thunder and Pacers, they are series tied 1 apiece at 6:30. NHL not till tomorrow. Salt Lake Bees are on the road. That's your sports. Weather, going to be very warm today. It is 77 already. Going to get up to a high of 97. Mostly sunny. Slight chance of thunderstorms, about a 20%. Just over the mountains, though. Not going to really cool things off very much. Overnight low 64. Tomorrow 93. Friday 95. We stay in the mid to upper 90s. Looks like all the way through the weekend. I'm going to refresh and see if anything new has happened. From UDOT to crash northbound I-15, 152nd South, milepost 287. Crash eastbound 6 South, 3rd West. We heard from friends of the program about this one. 4 right lanes are closed. That's quite a bit of slowage due to that. Crash southbound I-15, Glover Lane in Davis County. 3 right lanes closed there. Crash northbound I-15, 66 South in Salt Lake, affecting the left lane of traffic. And as always, you can text us and let us know what is happening in your area. 33986 is where you do that. Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music and enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Salt Lake's coolest venues. Don't miss the Kooks with Lovely the Band this Friday, June 13th at the Commonwealth Room. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
All right, coming up just after these messages is Things That Must Go, and then right after that, it's the Boner Recap start just after 9 o'clock. So on the way, coming up after this.
One accident, You have a list?
A list. Okay.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
This is old-fashioned manners that society has abandoned. And on this list, which is what made me think about it, removing your hat when you're indoors.
Yeah.
Now, Kerry makes a big show of putting on his hat every morning at the beginning of the show. But customarily, etiquette guides us to remove our hats upon entering indoor spaces. Yeah. People don't do that.
And don't throw your hat on the bed. It's bad luck.
Well,
that's not etiquette. That's just common sense.
That's cowboy lore. You're supposed to not put the hat right side up. You can put the hat upside down on a bed, but not right side up.
Oh, okay.
Is a thing.
All right.
For some reason. Hand kissing.
Charmed.
Dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries, the ritual of hand kissing. You still do a hand kiss?
Not so much anymore since COVID, but I have been known to be a hand kisser.
Bill Allred, known hand kisser.
Yeah.
Addressing letters, dear sir or madam.
Right. Well, it's better than hey you.
Hey.
Listen up, jerk.
There was a time you would only send professional emails during business hours. Do you remember this?
No,
yes.
I don't remember that.
There was a time where that was etiquette is one I can't.
It was very brief.
Or on a Saturday or on a...
It was very brief.
I missed that. Sending thank you cards.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore.
That's something everyone should be better at.
Yeah.
But
And here's my favorite. Women remaining seated when being introduced. So
Please don't get up.
No,
don't get up. No, you don't. Please.
Toasting with alcoholic beverages. Haven't you been somewhere when somebody's offering a toast and you're like, oh, you can't toast with water? That's bad luck.
Yeah.
But
I have never heard anybody say that.
I don't refer to it as bad luck. I refer to it as a waste of time.
Yeah.
The conventional norm gradually waned as time progressed, allowing space for a broader array of inclusive toasting alternatives, like sparkling cider or non-alcoholic.
Back to your email thing.
Yes.
Apparently, that email business hours thing, that is apparently law in France.
I like that law.
Yeah.
And it's email, not just mail.
Yeah.
It's
And
email.
between their their medicine, their hospitalization and everything, and that reason enough to move there.
And they have young gay prime minister.
And the food.
I'm going to start doing that. Just make sure I don't send any business email outside of 9 to 5.
It's funny, I don't. I don't think I do.
I
anyway.
probably do.
Not business email.
Or if you receive one, do you do this where you go, yeah, I read that, but I'm not going to do anything about it
I do that
until
all
Monday.
Yes, I do that all the time.
I think I'm not even going to open them.
You send me something Friday after 5 p.m., business-wise. I'm not going to touch it.
Don't even open it. Yeah, don't open it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other things on
That's
there?
it.
That's good.
All right.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
$500 after years of neglect from renters. The Las Vegas influencer banning me from asking more questions during his Instagram AMA. And people who think that German chocolate cake is from Germany. It's not! It's from Dallas, Texas! The chocolate cake is made by Samuel German, the creator of that cake. It's not from Germany. Thank you for letting me listen, Tony. Gina?
Let's see. Good morning, Lords. Things that must go. All the white cars. I don't understand it. I live in Utah County. Maybe this is unique to my area, but there are so many white vehicles.
There are.
I have a white vehicle.
Can we bring back color, please? There are a lot of white
Look,
cars.
I bought used. It's the best I got.
People who solicit outside Costco and Sam's Club. I'm happy with my cell provider. Don't bother me while I'm shopping. Highway debris seems to be increasing. Tire treads, rocks, other random trash. I've already replaced a windshield this year because of a large object bouncing out of the truck. For the love of God, secure your load, people. Waiting in the hot sun in Sunday's Pride Parade and not seeing my favorite parasocial bestie radio hosts. I was there the whole time for Sunday's Parade along State Street and First Out. I saw the country, the teeny bopper stations. Somehow, I missed seeing the host from the one radio show that would never work outside of Utah. It's okay, though. I'm glad you were there supporting queer folk like myself, my children, and other youth who deserve to feel cherished as humans. In this political climate, every little gesture makes a big difference. Could even save a life. Thank you for being there. Catherine, loyal FOP for 20 years.
Nice.
Excuse me, retired Johnny here. My thing that must go is Disney announcing they're doing away with the Monsters, Inc. ride.
What?
To make room for an Avatar ride in Pandora Land. I hate this. Avatar is not a good fit for Disney, in my opinion. Keep it the Magic Kingdom. And finally, this, you can say my name, Marissa. Deciding to do allergy testing in the middle of the spring, having to go off all of my allergy meds for a week. I'm so itchy.
I would die.
And Trevor Lee must go. Making my allergies and Trevor Lee go away would improve my life exponentially. Thank you for all you do.
I believe Trevor Lee is classified as an allergen.
I'm allergic to him, yes.
Things that must go on the radio from Hell Show.
Do you want to do traffic here really quick?
Yeah, crash eastbound I-215 at 12th West. Crash northbound I-15 152nd South. And 6 South off-ramp into Salt Lake has police blocking off the intersections in the whole area. Traffic is backed up. Heard from a couple different friends of the program about that one. Whatever you're seeing, you can text us 33986.
I have an email of interest here.
Okay. A couple minutes.
And we will have to maybe recap a little bit of this stuff. First of all, this all started with Gina's memory of a mall up in Nampa, Idaho. It was, the Fuddruckers? Or
Karcher Mall.
Karcher Mall. And there was a big polar bear, stuffed polar bear, in the Karcher Mall in a glass case. A polar bear about to eat a baby seal.
This is correct.
It's no longer there at the Karcher Mall. Karcher Mall is still there. I think barely still there.
Yeah,
but
like so many malls.
Yeah, but the polar bear is gone, and there was people said, we found out they moved it to a Cabela's in Fargo, North Dakota, put it on a display there, took it out of the glass case, and as part of a diorama there. Well, so then we got an email from a guy who said, I was in Fargo, North Dakota, but I didn't hear about this until after I had left. So I'll go to and then somebody said, wait a minute, there's no Cabela's in Fargo.
How can there not be a Cabela's in Fargo?
Here's what it is. Here's the email.
Okay.
So that's a thumbnail sketch of everything that's happened to this point. Lords of Morning Radio. I'm usually several days behind on podcasts, so apologies if this has already been addressed. But there is no Cabela's in Fargo, North Dakota. There is a Bass Pro Shops, formerly a Cabela's, in Grand Forks, Minnesota, which is just a little over an hour north of Fargo. So possibly, is that where the polar bear is?
I don't know.
I'm a trucker. I have approximate knowledge of multiple Cabela's because of a number of them offer semi-truck parking. I've never been to the store in Grand Forks, but if the polar bear isn't there, I know that the Cabela's in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, has a couple of polar bears.
Oh, okay.
So perhaps that's where it is.
We are going to find him.
My car lives in the Wisconsin North Woods, and I'm not sure when I'll be by there, either location in my truck. So I can't immediately investigate further. I'm sorry. I hope this helps. Thanks for letting me listen. You know, and it's Caleb.
Caleb, we're getting closer, and yes, it helps. Every little bit helps.
It's making me more confused. Caleb,
I just am thrilled we have listeners all over that are on this.
Caleb says, P.S., if this is interesting enough to read on the air, please say hi to my mom, Susie. She listens every day. Thanks.
Oh, hi, Susie.
Hi, Susie. So your son Caleb is out there on the hunt for the polar bear, which might be in a Cabela's or in a Bass Pro Shops. Don't know.
Keep an eye out.
Now, I didn't look to make sure if there was whether there was a Cabela's in Fargo or not.
We'll keep following this story for you throughout the week, as long as it takes till we get to the bottom of it.
Got to find the polar bear.
We're going to do boner recap here. It's your chance to win tickets to Drive By Truckers. So call right now 877-602-9696.
All right, coming up after these messages and a song is boner recap. Call 877-602-9696.
Halloween coming up, obviously.
Yes.
And our studio has been decorated by Katie. And Katie might want to participate in this a little bit. I was driving home yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a house on 3rd South between 7th East and 9th East on the north side. So like a big yellow brick house.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there are 150 jack-o'-lanterns stacked up
I drove
all
by
over
that house yesterday.
That's cool.
Now they're not. I don't think they're real
No,
ones.
they're not.
You know, they're.
I feel like that's
ceramic.
a fire hazard.
They're ceramic or something. You know, but I mean, there are just so many of them. It's quite striking.
They could be plastic.
Yeah, or plastic like that one. But I was thinking, there are lots of places that people can go, neighborhoods where they decorate a lot.
My old soccer coach actually decks out his entire house as a haunted house every year.
And where? So
he's out in Midvale.
I'm just curious if people would, either text us or email us or call in or something, and just to give us locations of places that you can go and look at.
Because there are always neighborhoods Christmas time that you can count on for big decorations.
I remember
we need the same thing, the equivalent for the Halloween decoration.
I mean, you could call us 877-602-9696 and if you know any places, and we could make a list of places to go and look. I remember some years ago somebody told me about a place I think it was in Harvard, Yale district, and it was like a house. The whole front of it had been converted into a gigantic pirate ship. With
That's
skeletons.
awesome. Oh, I do remember that one.
Yeah, and I don't know if they still do that but where are some other places? If you know any, let us know. Text us 33986.
Yeah, I'd be super curious.
You know where it won't be? My house.
Or my house. Used to be my house.
My kids are disappointed at my efforts.
They should do it themselves.
I have a few tasteful nods to the season.
Just a few, huh?
I put a witch broom, Eileen, a witch broom in the corner, and I put up a skeleton.
No, my front porch, I always have a diehard Ute fan, which is a skeleton that's wearing Ute, sweatshirt and hat.
Okay.
It's a diehard fan.
Yeah.
That's that is my porch. That's all I do on the porch.
That's it?
That's it.
We have a stack of real pumpkins on the front porch, probably 10 or something, all stacked together, and then my wife and my child decorated the inside of the house. All there are crows everywhere and bugs and spiders. And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but not outside.
Yeah.
So, but anybody, if you know any place, let us know. 877-602-9696.
I'm gonna have to see if I can get
us.
permission from my coach to announce his house.
Yeah.
My old soccer coach back in high school, because it was his favorite holiday. He had the statues on his roof. He had the full standing Michael Myers. He would turn his entire garage into a walk-through haunted house for kids. And then
my friend Brian used to do that all the time, and it just got to be too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a lot of effort.
He had to stop.
Somebody says 98 South across from the Grace Lutheran Church in Sandy is Halloween gone crazy. So somebody's house over there. Oh, two different people sent that in.
Oh, it's the
There's
same
a
one,
house,
isn't it?
98 South, about 18th, 19th East. The house has different scenes with skeletons.
Well, and I know there's a house up by my parents' old house in Cottonwood Heights that have a bunch of skeletons, and they rearrange and reposition the skeletons every day. And they were like canoeing at one point last year, and then they were driving a bike off a ramp. It's a lot of effort, but they change it every day.
Check this, Gina. This is Rocky Mountain Haunters has a map every year.
Yeah.
Of what? Just haunts or of houses?
I think local.
Because we're asking specifically about houses.
Let's see.
People's homes.
Now, when my kid was little, before he started working at a haunted house full time, we I think almost every Halloween for 4 or 5 years in a row turned our whole yard and house into a haunted house.
See,
and then he'd invite all of his school friends.
I was in charge of the Halloween decorations at my house. I had a skeleton with a noose hanging out my bedroom window. I had like the whole yard decorated. I did get us in trouble once on accident when I was super young, because I was like, oh, crime scene tape. This will be great. Wrapped it around the house.
Yeah.
Should not do that.
No.
Don't do that, kids.
RockyMountainHaunters.com. It's a map. It says, come by, visit our creepy haunts that you can either drive or walk by. If you'd like to be included on our map, click the link below.
Oh, so this is people really going to this site saying, hey, come to our place.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. That's even better.
I think that's great because,
There's
you
a
do
bunch of them.
You do a lot of work, and so you
want people to see
come
it,
and
yeah.
It's like that crazy Christmas place up in the top of the avenues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like
that do the
insane.
whole lighting stuff.
There must be 400 snowmen, and
This map has tons of, and you just click on it, and the address comes up, and you can go.
Oh, that's
by
great.
it.
That's really cool.
And my neighbor across the street used to do it a lot too, and then his kids got older and he stopped.
Well, so
Yeah, I feel like my age of kids, like when we were younger, that's when we got all this super cool stuff. And then as we all got older, it became too much effort or too expensive.
Is it just RockyMountainHaunters.com?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm glad they did it so we don't have to go to the trouble.
Exactly.
I'll tweet out this link. Maybe Katie.
I'll go
can
share it
do
around with everyone.
Yeah.
Cool.
My participation or excitement, decide which word you want to use, for Halloween varies every year based on the day that Halloween lands.
Oh, you mean like a Tuesday?
And because it's a Tuesday,
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're not.
Not
Not
even
thrilled.
Not even here.
Yeah.
Don't even.
You're not going to do a
I'm not even going to do.
You usually do a costume.
I usually
Go
have
to a party.
I usually have stuff for the kids at least when they come trick or treating.
Yeah.
But the trick or treaters have been dwindling in the years.
Last year I didn't get one.
Yeah.
No, maybe one.
I had like 17 people come to my apartment door last year, which amazed me because we don't have a lot of kids in my apartment complex itself. But there were a lot of kids that came to my door, and I was like, I don't have enough candy in my house for this, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not prepped. It's an apartment complex. That never happens. But
Rocky Mountain Haunters has a Facebook page of houses. So
I just tweeted out a link to that if you want to.
places where you can go.
Share it around.
Let's see. There is a house off Redwood Road in 1000 North that has skeletons on crucifixes.
Oh, great.
Lovely.
That's not tasteful.
Quite going.
I'm for it.
And then people are texting in send all of these addresses to Rocky Mountain Haunters, I'm guessing. So
then that's one place.
It's one place for us all to go. But yeah, because it's on Tuesday this year, I'm just not.
You're checking out.
I'm not even
Will
going
you put a bowl of candy out?
No.
Are you going? You'll turn off the lights and pretend nobody's home.
Well, I'm usually fast asleep.
Yeah.
By the time the trick or treaters come, so yeah, I will be not participating this year, and that's why if you elect me as governor, I will make it so that
Halloween is should be a day off.
There was a proposal last year.
It should be celebrated on the last Friday of October.
Sure.
Every year.
That way, it's always a weekend.
That way, it's consistent. Hey, I think that Big Halloween would agree with me.
You would think.
They wouldn't. I don't see that they would have any.
I think that
problem with that.
Nightclubs would get behind me in supporting this whole promotion. I think.
They already do in general. I feel bars and clubs they already do their big celebrations on the weekend, the last weekend of however October is.
Yeah.
So
Big Candy, I think, would get behind me on this.
Yeah.
Making it nationwide. Because more people would be likely to participate, which means more candy.
I think you might have a holdout from candy corn.
Candy corn?
Big
Be the
candy
only
corn
ones?
might hold out.
All right. Well, there you go. Now you know where to find your haunted houses. What's this about? Oh, okay. Hang on. If you're down for a day trip, Daybreak is nuts.
Oh, Daybreak.
Yeah.
The whole area.
The island at Daybreak has turned into Barbie Land.
Yeah, I've heard that.
There's also an Incredible Houses themed as Harry Potter. Daybreak goes all out. Okay, well, take a drive. Take a drive to Daybreak and celebrate.
Angus has come undone in Sunset. It's okay, Angus. Everything's going to be fine in
come
Sunset.
undone. All right. 9:09, just about 9:10, about to flip over. It is time for the Boner Recap.
It's a chance for you to win Drive-By Truckers and Deer tickets June 17th at Red Butte, part of the Red Butte Outdoor Concert Series. You can find out more about all of those shows at x96.com.
And I think we have Corey. Are you there? Are you there, Corey?
I'm here.
Hi, Corey. Corey, if you are able to tell me who won the boners today, you will get those tickets to see Drive-By Truckers and Deer Tick.
I love Deer Tick.
Well, who doesn't love Deer Tick? They're a lot better than Deer Tick, I think, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Corey, you probably heard the boners this morning, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, because you don't... What are you doing right now? Are you at work?
I am in my basement at work.
In your basement at work, so nobody can see what you're doing. Is just screwing around.
Just the cat.
Yeah,
Just the cat. The cat knows what you're up
What's
to.
the cat's name?
Figaro.
Figaro. Oh, like it. That's
Cute,
cute.
like yeah.
Oh, Figaro. He's always trying to eat that damn fish.
I love
in
that.
Pinocchio.
I'll send you a
Cleo,
photo.
yeah. Yeah.
He's a beautiful cat.
Yeah. All right, Corey, here we go. I'll read these boner candidates. You tell me which one was the winner, and you're going to be going to see Drive-By Truckers and Deer Tick. Boner candidate number 1, when asked a simple question, Bobby has a meltdown. That's Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. He got so enraged during a Senate hearing that a fellow Republican had to intervene like an adult trying to calm down an enraged child, a toddler with big feelings. That was boner candidate number 1. Boner candidate number 1, the attack on the free press. Shocking video and photos taken amid the ongoing immigration protests in Los Angeles showed journalists and news crews being shot, detained, and forced off public property by law enforcement, raising concerns of excessive force and First Amendment rights violations. And boner candidate number 3, if that doesn't work, we'll have him drawn and quartered. Republican U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson advocated for a brutal form of vigilante justice to be performed on the Democratic governor of California, Gavin Newsom. He said he should be tarred and feathered. You know, he should have added, we need to tar and feather him and then run him out of town on a rail.
Mm-hmm.
All right, those were the 3 candidates, Corey. You may consult with Figaro if you like and tell me who was the winner.
Figaro agrees with me. It was number 2.
Aww.
It was, in fact, number 2. Number 2 is the winner. Congratulations to you, and I hope you take Figaro to the show with you.
Put him in your
That's
picnic
a possibility.
basket.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. All right, Corey, say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll put you on hold now, and they'll tell you how you can get your tickets.
Lovely.
Don't normally do traffic here, but there is a eastbound 6 South 3rd West. I believe this was car versus, I don't know if it was a motorcycle or bicycle, but it's closing all eastbound traffic 4th West. Expect major delays through this area and use an alternate route. And also we heard from Susie, Caleb's mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is Caleb, the trucker's mom, Susie. I love you guys. I'm glad you guys are connecting over the Radio from Hell show as he trucks his way across the country.
Just bring everybody together.
And somebody in the chat room, Tom Jumbo Grumbo, thinks that you're remembering the polar bear at Sunset Sports on Washington Boulevard.
I mean, no.
There
may have been one there.
I
but
remember Sunset Sports, but
I very distinctly know about the Karcher Mall polar bear in Nampa, Idaho.
Yeah, somebody sent us a picture of it, a historical picture, so that's evidence.
And I lived up there when I was in the 3rd grade.
All right. Coming up after these messages, we're going to have some big boy news and a pinuendo, and then later is our concert and community calendar. Bill, Stockton 12.
Yeah, Stockton 12 Honda. I have purchased cars at Stockton 12 Honda in the past, and I will do so again in the future, because Stockton 12 Honda, well, they just know how to do it. They're great car salespeople. They make the experience very pleasant. Remarkably, sometimes buying a car can be stressful. They make it really relaxing. They do it faster than anybody else. And another thing that's nice about Stockton 12 Honda, when you go there, you can sense the fact that people like working there. They are happy with their jobs, they're treated well, and they treat you well. Stockton 12 Honda, the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy, 25 years now of selling Hondas, and they have a great selection of pre-owned, certified pre-owned and used cars at Stockton 12 Honda as well. Go in and look around. There's great high trade-in values right now. You get a lot for your car. So go to Stockton 12 Honda. They're in the Southtown. I keep hearing about how these people that are influencers make all this money.
Yeah.
Online. And I'm thinking, well, that's what I should do.
You want to be an influencer?
I want to be an influencer. So now I gotta figure out what it is I want to influence people about.
Well, and you hate social media, Bill. That's where that happens.
I know, but I'll have to do it if I want.
You do realize, of course, that you've been an influencer before that term was actually.
Yeah, but if I go online and I specialize in something like I was thinking popcorn. I like popcorn.
You want to be a popcorn influencer?
Yeah, and maybe I could get like Jolly Time to sponsor me. See,
Jolly Time.
Yeah,
the deep pockets of Jolly Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Bill Allred, popcorn influencer. You think I can
when you think popcorn, who do you think of? You think
Bill Allred and Jolly Time popcorn.
Do they still make that one?
Yeah, Jiffy Pop.
Jiffy Pop. They still make
Jiffy Pop.
Do they still make that?
Sure, yeah.
So.
You take that camping.
It's in the aluminum.
Yeah.
When you
and
go over the burner.
That's who you should be an influencer.
Jiffy Pop, the Jiffy Pop influence.
If anybody could use the help, it's Jiffy Pop.
I don't know. Maybe if popcorn doesn't work, I was thinking I could tanning beds.
Haven't you had like skin cancer?
Well,
like multiple times.
Yeah, I would pretend to get in it.
You would pretend.
I wouldn't really get in there.
Okay, here I go. I'm getting in.
Tanning beds probably won't work out. Or maybe I could be an influencer. The other thing I was thinking about, it just keeps crossing my hacky sack.
You don't even know how to do a hacky sack.
Sure, I've watched people do it. It's the world's dumbest game. Nobody wins. So maybe I could be a hacky sack influencer. And just, and I wouldn't even have to do it. I would just find a group of people who are doing it and say, doesn't that look like fun? Well, the hacky sack company, you can buy these hacky sacks and,
it is actually a hard thing to do. For
hacky
kids.
sack, yeah, it is.
Well, no, I mean, to be in all seriousness, like if you think you want to make money doing this, it's a full-time job.
It is. It's a lot of work.
Like, so Ballerina Farm is the famous one from here in Utah.
So it's the guy who, the son of the guy who's jet blue and his wife, and they have a farm. You know about this?
I don't.
Oh,
so he has money.
Yeah.
And she has children.
Well, it's called
8 kids.
It's called Ballerina Farm because she was like a Juilliard trained ballerina.
Okay.
And left it all to move to Utah and be a trad wife.
Marry this Neeleman guy.
Yeah, this whole traditional wife thing.
So they milk cows and she
raise pigs.
She like her thing is like she makes everything. Like they don't buy mustard, she makes her own mustard. It's
and she has
like
8
that.
kids.
a mess of kids.
And she's attractive, and he's a hardworking, good-looking man.
And they're multimillionaires now. They were to begin with the JetBlue stuff.
Yeah.
But their job is Instagram. Their job.
They're not
is-
doing it anymore, though. You know, they moved. They moved to Ireland.
Did they?
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
they moved to Ireland so he could go to some chef school.
they're both going to the chef school.
But it was mainly he wanted to do
Say
it.
so much free time on their hands.
And it's not. I mean, they're coming back and doing it. They're going to the chef school so they can do. My point being, it is a full-time.
It is
job to be. You can't just sort of kids that think this is gonna be my job. I'm gonna post a video once in a while and make money.
No, you've got to constantly be
Wilder's
monitoring that.
childhood growing up in the American Midwest between 1872 to 1894, which was not the Great Depression. It said there, she written by Laura. Oh, she wrote it during the Great Depression. Yeah. The books were first adapted into the hit TV series of the same name, which ran from 74 to 83, which was entirely too long on NBC.
Hey.
The new reimagined version of Little House on the Prairie is said to be part hopeful family drama, part epic survival tale, and part origin story of the American West. Little House on the Prairie follows the life of Laura Ingalls, young pioneer girl who comes of age during America's westward expansion. The series will follow Ingalls and her family as they travel across America in search of a new life.
Now, the story I read most recently was it was going to be a modern adaptation.
Well, that still could be. There are still people who are traveling across America searching for a new life in modern times.
Old-timey prairie dresses.
I
want wagons. I want...
Well, listen, what a great cast they've got. Let's see. They've got, the cast includes Luke Bracey.
No idea.
As Charles Ingalls. How about Crosby Fitzgerald?
No, I don't know who any
Alice
of these people
Halsey.
are. Which I'm fine
Skywalker Hughes.
Skywalker Hughes. That sounds like your child, Katie. If you had a child.
If I were.
Jocko Sims.
I mean, I'm okay not knowing who these people are.
Meegwin Fairbrother. Come on. Alyssa Wapanatek. No? It's going to be great. Xander Cole as Little Puma. Says we have a brilliant cat. You're not going to. You're going to hate this.
I want Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Old timey Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that.
But maybe I.
Well, give it a chance. Ferris Bueller's Day Off star Mia Sara made a rare red carpet appearance for her first movie role in over 10 years. Mia Sara was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I think she was his girlfriend in that.
Yes, she was Sloane Peterson. Sloane Peterson.
She looked stunning on the red carpet wearing a black dress for the Los Angeles premiere of The Life of Chuck.
She really does look pretty.
Which she co-starred in she co-stars in that with Tom Hiddleston, Mark Hamill, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillian, and Carl Lumbly.
I don't think Sean has reviewed that yet, so maybe tomorrow he will review it. Friday.
It's her first film role since 2011, when she starred in Dorothy and the Witches of Oz. 57-year-old actress is best known to most audiences for her role as Ferris Bueller's girlfriend, Sloane Peterson, in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So, yeah, she looks lovely.
She looks great.
I guess she just doesn't want to work that much. She's married to Jim Henson's son.
Well, she got that sweet Jim Henson money. She
Brian
doesn't have
Henson.
to work.
Lives in England, and she said she wanted to do this movie because she's friends with Mike Flanagan, the director, and said, I would like you to be in this. And she said, all right, I'll come. Let's see now. Harry Potter's new Hagrid, Nick Frost, is making it clear he does not agree at all with J.K. Rowling's views on trans rights. In a new interview with The Observer, the Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz star was asked about the backlash he received from trans rights activists after signing on to play the lovable half-giant in HBO's upcoming Harry Potter series. Rowling, who has courted controversy in recent years by sharing takes on social media that are widely considered anti-trans, is an executive producer of the series, and was very involved in the process of selecting its creative team. Frost revealed in the interview that he had to disable comments on his Instagram post about his casting due to the amount of backlash. However, he said of the author, "She's allowed her opinion. I'm allowed mine. They do not align in any way, shape, or form."
I think Harry Potter is its own thing. I think it is so beloved and so ubiquitous.
I think it's gonna. I think she's hurting the franchise.
I mean, she is, but I'm saying for people that are saying they're going to boycott it and not watch it or not read the books or not, you can hate her.
There's a person in my household who won't watch it.
You can hate her, but I think
there's a separation between creator and the actual film and thing itself. At this point, you kind of have to make that separation between them.
And this has all happened recently. Like it's not like
last couple of years.
But I mean, not when she was writing.
Oh no, not when she was writing it. No.
When asked if he fears the debate over Rowling may overshadow the series, Frost said, "I don't know, but maybe it shouldn't blow over. We shouldn't just hope it'll go away because it makes it easier. We should educate ourselves."
Absolutely.
Rowling did not comment on the matter when reached by Variety.
I am just continually stunned that this is the hill she has climbed and is.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That she's so vocal about it. I don't get
Here's
it.
good news for you, Gina.
What?
Steel Panther is on tour.
That is good news.
It's Feel the Steel. Who cares? They're going to be in Vegas on the 16th if you want to get down there.
Oh, I don't know if I can make it.
Come on, Steel Panther, Gina. Conan O'Brien is among the honorees set to be inducted into the Television Hall of Fame.
Well, he's earned that. He's getting all the awards this year, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he dying? Maybe
part-
he's dying, and we don't know it.
As part of the class of 2025, the Television Academy announced the longtime late-night TV host will be enshrined along fellow class of 2025 inductees Viola Davis, Henry Winkler, Ryan Murphy, Mike Post, Dawn Misher, during a ceremony taking place at the Televerse Festival on August 16th in Los Angeles. Let's see. I recognize all of those names except Dawn Misher. I'm not sure who that is. Mike Post is the guy responsible for so many of the famous TV theme songs. Let's see. Kanye West is changing his name again.
Good. Go away.
He would like to be referred to by his new name, not just Yee, but Yee.
What?
Yee. Or is it Ye? Kanye.
Doesn't matter.
It's Ye.
It's Ye. Yeah, because it's Kanye.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
So it's Ye. A hammerhead shark recently fell out of the sky and landed on the Splinter City Disc Golf Course.
What?
In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, while waterspouts can pull fish from the sea and drop them over land, the culprit was more common fish foe, an osprey, a bird that had lost its lunch. The bird had caught the.
So it was like a baby hammerhead.
Yeah, it was a smaller one.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, a giant one? No way.
It's not uncommon to see an osprey carrying something, but you can take note because it's still really cool to see, said Jonathan Marlowe, who witnessed the hammerhead fall as he was playing disc golf. I thought it would just be some random fish, but indeed it was a small, dead hammerhead shark, easily identified by its wide mallet shape. When I was in Florida for a year with an acting company, we were staying on a beach in Pensacola, staying at a beach house there. And I went out onto the beach one day, and there was a huge hammerhead shark dead on the beach.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, it had been. I don't know. I think it had been hit by a boat or something.
Look, sharks scare me, but I think they're wonderful creatures, and it makes me sad to hear that kind of stuff.
And then people can't. There was some guy came with some pliers and kept trying to pull the teeth out.
Oh,
of it.
that's sad. That's
that was
horrible.
Awful. Gina, here's also good news for you.
I need it.
You dream of a magic pill that'll cure anything, right?
Yes.
Well, how about poo pills, crapsules?
Huh?
These are little capsules packed with freeze-dried fecal matter.
Did you say crapsules?
Crapsules, little crapsules. Freeze-dried fecal matter. They've recently shown promise in treating everything from advanced cancer to liver disease.
No.
Some even say fecal transplants, and they do this, in which the poop of a healthy person is transferred into someone else, could be the key to crushing it at the gym and reversing some signs of aging. Now UK researchers are testing whether capsules containing freeze-dried stool from healthy donors can uproot antibiotic-resistant bacteria, hiding in patients' guts. How about that?
I'm not going to take a capsule.
Not even for save your life.
Nope.
I'd sooner die, she said. Gina, I'm telling you, when it comes right down to it, and you're there, and it's either die or take a capsule, you will take a capsule. You'll hold your nose, or if you're too weak, you'll have someone hold your nose for you.
I hope it never comes to that.
Well, I hope so, too. I'd hate to see you there. I'd hate to be the one that has to do it.
No, you wouldn't. You'd sign up.
Come on, Gina.
She needs what? Let me get in there.
A capsule?
I'll do it.
She can have one of mine.
I've been saving them for just
I make my own. Police initiated a traffic stop in early May. This was in Ohio, after learning that the driver, Victoria Page Vidal, had an outstanding warrant. While placing her under arrest, the officers were told, hey, there's a raccoon in the car. Now, at first they thought it might have been a joke, but when Officer Austin Brannon saw the raccoon lift its head over the driver's side window, he noticed that the animal had something unusual in its paws. Or, if you prefer, its little human-like hands.
They're so cute.
They're creepy. The raccoon, Chewy, popped his head up, and when he said, I turned to look inside the vehicle, make sure it didn't hop out, and that's when I noticed he was holding a glass meth pipe.
Oh.
He took the pipe away from Chewy immediately.
Give me that, Chewy.
He noticed that the raccoon, and it says here again, named Chewy, had a second one in his hands. Chewy seemed extremely playful. He was kind of just sitting there looking up at us. He was playing around with his plastic bag on the floor. He was going between the driver's seat and the passenger seat, playing around. And then the woman admitted she didn't have a permit to keep the animal as a pet, but she vowed to never surrender Chewy.
I'll never surrender Chewy.
A month later, Fox 18 caught up once again with the woman now living in a tent. She has several dogs, and she still has Chewy. She said she will never give him up. They keep trying to take Chewy from her, but she said, no, he's my meth buddy. Oh, he's pretty cute.
He's my meth buddy?
Yeah.
Don't recommend that.
Isn't that a reason to take him away from her for his own good?
Yes,
It is a known fact that raccoons thrive on methamphetamine.
It's terrifying.
They clean the house really fast.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Weather?
Yeah. Let's see. It's hot today. 79 already. This is before 10 o'clock. Going to be 97 for a high today. Mostly sunny, then a chance of thunderstorms, mainly afternoon. Those will just be over the mountains, though, mostly. But if you're going to be recreating up there, might be good to keep that in mind. Overnight low 64, tomorrow 93. We stay in the mid to upper 90s all the way through the weekend. Utah Arts Festival is back, bigger than ever, June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square in Salt Lake, with over 100 musical performances on 5 stages, street theater performances, visual arts, film screenings, and more. Enter to win a 4-pack of VIP passes and see the full lineup at x96.com.
Sweet. Our concert and community calendar is next with Trent Falcone, so stick around for that. Right now, Renaissance Ranch, Bill.
Oh, yes, Renaissance Ranch is, I hope Chewy is listening. It's if you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, this is where you want to go, Renaissance Ranch. And I think we probably all know someone, or maybe it's you. It's hard to ask for help, but help is out there. Renaissance Ranch is a locally owned, family-owned business. It's an addiction treatment center with a program designed for male patients specifically. They offer residential and outpatient services, which is great. Outpatient means you can probably, if while you're going through the program, you can still work, that kind of thing. But some people need residential. They need to just say, I've got to stay in until I get over this. Staffed by recovering addicts who have great empathy because they understand addiction cycles. Go to RenaissanceRanch.com. You can schedule a free consultation. It's RenaissanceRanch.com. They accept most private insurance and Medicaid.
Was a boy, a very strange and chatty boy.
Yes, that boy is Kyle Brown. Kyle, most of you know by now, longtime friend and participant on the Radio from Hell show. Until recent years, he was not on with us, but he was on with us for many years. We found out that Kyle has ALS, which is fatal. And he has a form of ALS, it's bulbar is what it's called, which affects your speech first. And we can't understand him when he talks. It's gotten worse, too. I mean, so his wife can understand him. But, boy, I sure couldn't last time I talked to him. So he's been sending us letters about what's going on with him. This one, I give them all titles. This one is called We All Have Problems. In August, a very close friend of mine found out she had cancer. She was scheduled for an operation to have a tumor removed from her throat in September. She didn't tell me about it until just before the operation. And I said, Katie, why didn't you tell me? And she said, well, I felt bad telling you about it because, you know, of your situation with ALS. Often I've had friends tell me about something unfortunate, you know, like a bad day they're having or something that has them feeling down, and then they're following it up with, but I feel bad complaining to you. So I say, listen, this isn't a misfortune contest.
Yeah.
I still have empathy, and I want to hear about people's problems. I want to say, don't be afraid to tell someone with a terminal diagnosis or in a bad situation about your bad day. It might not be the same for everybody, but as far as I go, bring it on. I want to know what's really going on. I made it through the 3 days and 2 nights without my wife. You know,
she traveled.
She went on a trip. Yeah.
That's right.
This was a big deal and scary for both of us. We'd prepared food in containers that I could get out of the fridge and open myself. My wife had prepared my pills for each day in bottles in my desk drawer that we'd practiced to make sure that I could get them without incident. I slept in my electric lift recliner for those 2 nights and slept maybe 4 hours each night. It's not very comfortable, and it made my back angry after a couple of hours. We had dressed me Thursday morning, the morning she left, in clothes that I wore until she was home Saturday night. Luckily, there were no incidents, and we were glad when she got home. The day before she left, we flew to and from Phoenix for a doctor's appointment that included yet another lumbar puncture, spinal, a.k.a. spinal tap. I've had 6 of them in the past 11 months. If you've never had one, here's what they do. First, they stick a needle into your spine with a local anesthetic, and they spread it around. And then they wait a minute or two for it to take. And then the doctor inserts a very large needle into your spine. Now, if the local wasn't inserted deep enough, it really hurts. So they pull that needle, sort of resembling a straw, back out, and then they start over with the anesthetic back in, and then they wait a minute to have that take effect again, and then the reinsertion of the giant needle in your back, and they poke until they find a clear path, and even with the anesthetic, when they hit your spine, it's still pretty painful. After our appointment, we headed back to our waiting airplane. It was windy as we boarded the plane, and the pilot warned us. So remember, they had a
9:37, 9:38 just flipped over. It is time for our concert and community calendar. Is this sponsored?
Yes, brought to you by Live Nation.
And we have on the phone Mr. Live Nation himself, Trent Falcone. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you today?
Oh,
he's fine. He's
great.
just fine.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I just, you know, it's the end of a long morning, and
I understand.
Yeah,
you know
that's how
what's
you
going to cheer
feel
you
on
up?
Sunday.
What will cheer me up?
That's how I feel on Sunday. This list is going to cheer you up.
You know, the first thing I see on the list, Trent, early this morning, about 6:10, we talked to a guy on the phone who went to the They Might Be Giants show last night at the Depot and said it was just incredible. incredible.
That's what I hear. If you're a fan, and guess what? You're in luck because tonight it's night 2.
Yeah.
They might be Giants tonight at the Depot. Unfortunately, I think it is absolutely sold out. That's the bad news.
Yeah.
But
too bad.
Here, this will cheer you up. You
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
You can come out to Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater, and you can see Styx with Kevin Cronin, previously of REO Speedwagon, and Don Felder, previously of the Eagles. Tickets are available for that tonight.
Anytime I can see Kevin Cronin, I'll take that chance.
All right, moving on. Thursday, June 12th, it's Block Party. That will be at the Union Event Center. Friday, June 13th at the Depot, it's a Taylor Dance Party. That's 18 plus. Saturday, June 14th, Ash performing at the Depot, the Kooks at the Commonwealth Room. That's an all-ages show. And then our friends Mumford & Sons out at Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. Sunday, June 15th, it is Stick Figure, the Island Holiday Summer Tour. That's out at Utah First. And then Tuesday, June 17th, it's Trombone Shorty out at Sandy Amphitheater. Lots of on sales this week. On sale Friday, 10 a.m., King Princess, the Depot, November 14th. Leon Thomas, also at the Depot, December 11th. Lauren Spencer Smith, March 11th. The Union, the Dandy Warhol, September 22nd. That's at Metro Music Hall. Greatest name ever, Hobo Johnson and the Lovemakers. That's going to be at the Soundwell on November 18th.
That is good.
Bright Eyes. Oh, what's that?
I would just say that's good. Hobo Johnson and the Lovemakers. That is a good name.
Great name. Bright Eyes coming to the Depot. That's September 2nd. Marina, the Union, September 12th. And Mark Rebele coming to the Union. That's October 26th. So we have so many shows this week, lots of giveaways. So you can have 2 tickets to see Greer. That's June 22nd at Soundwell. If you can make it tonight and Styx is your thing, we have 2 tickets in will call for tonight against Styx, Kevin Cronin, and Don Felder out of Utah First. We're going to give you 2 tickets to see Mumford & Sons on Saturday, and then we're going to give you 2 tickets to see Stick Figure on Sunday. All of these will be in will call.
All right. All you have to do right now is call 877-602-9696. Tell them what tickets you want of those names.
First come, first serve.
Yeah, first come, first serve. That's right. All right, Trent. That's it then, right? We're done?
That is it. That's it.
Let's be done then.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a great week.
We'll see you later.
All right.
Katie, do you have more to add?
I sure do. Apparently this week is the week of events. So Friday and Saturday, you can catch me over at the Solitaire with Subtronics. He's one of my favorite DJs, and he's got a great lineup Friday and Saturday. It's going to be super fun. Saturday, you also have Dave Alvin and Jimmy Dale Gilmore and the Guilty Ones with, I think it's Leanne Canteen over at the Stateroom. Sunday, you have Waylon Jennings Tribute Show over at the Stateroom. I can't remember, was it Waylon Jennings we were talking about yesterday, or was that somebody else?
No,
I could be wrong.
somebody
Okay. Anyways, other things happening. The Woodland Fairy Festival is going on over at Gardner Village. The Harry Potter exhibition is still going on. You have the Salt Lake City Open Streets on the weekends. Bill, for you.
What?
Drunken Shakespeare! It's starting the Tempest over at the Fellowship Theater through the weekends. The 50th annual Utah Scottish Festival and Highland Games is happening at the fairgrounds this weekend. And the Big Cottonwood Canyon Brew Fest is going on at Solitude on the 2 days. Friday, Friday is the Friday the 13th, so of course you're going to at least have 1 or 2 haunted houses open.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Castle or Fear Factory, but
I think Fear is open.
I thought so too. But I know Nightmare on 13th is definitely open on Friday if you want to check that out. The Utah Royals play Gotham City, the Gotham FC over at the America First Fields. Saturday, you have Crafts and Drafts Market over at Keto's. They're doing it's like a pride thing too. Crohn's Hollow Fairy Fest is going on Saturday. You have the Harriman Chalk Art Festival, the Icon Night and Pride Market over at Mill Creek Commons on Saturday, and then Real Salt Lake is playing DC United over at the America First Fields. And farmers markets are finally coming back. I'm so happy about this. I don't think I included every single one of them. I'll have to go back and double check. But the Wheeler Farm Farmers Market on Sunday is open from 9 to 1. You have the Downtown Farmers Market and Sandy City Farmers Market, both on Saturdays. Downtown is 8 to 2, and Sandy City is 9 to 1 p.m. That is all up on our website. You can go check it out with the concert and community calendar and links to everything. And if it's not up, it will be in a moment. But that's all I've got for you for this weekend.
Thanks, Katie.
All right.
Thanks, you guys. I don't have the sound effect for it, or I would. Do, 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 do. All right.
Sitting on a park bench.
Coming up after a few messages and a song, we're going to crawl towards the exit is what it's going to happen. Do you have any weather or anything you need to do?
It's hot.
It is hot. All right. That coming up after these. Utah Advocates.
This time of year, we're in the middle of the 100 deadliest days of summer. And that means your odds of getting in an accident are greater now. We talked with Mark Stewart from the Advocates a couple weeks ago, and he said summer is the time when accidents happen more because the weather's good and people are driving faster.
Yep.
Now, and if you get smashed up in your car, somebody's hit you, it's not your fault. You know it's not your fault. You need to take care of yourself, but if you can, call the Advocates or get somebody in your family to call them, 801-355-5550, because you deserve an advocate.
You didn't deserve to be in that accident, but you deserve someone advocating for you, especially once those medical bills start coming in.
They have helped me twice, and I'm grateful for it.
They have no-cost consultations, and you'll never pay them a dime out of pocket while they work on recovering the compensation that you deserve. And believe me, they will get you a settlement, damn it. Motorcycle accidents, injured while jogging, all of that kind of thing. Call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's 801-355-5550, UtahAdvocates.com.
All right, Artie, what are we going to do for the...
It wasn't much better then than it is today. It's, about the same nonsense.
I enjoy it.
I did like the line, we have a lot of diversity thanks to the Chinese restaurant in town.
I don't know. I think we explore, what is it, the Voice of Mona, KVOM?
Yeah, we
I forgot about that.
That's something that we could explore, definitely.
You're right. KVOM.
What is it? KVOM?
Yeah, the Voice of Mona.
Voice of Mona.
KVO, like KVOG, the Voice of Ogden.
Mm-hmm.
KSL, K Salt
There is
Lake.
a KVOM in Arkansas.
Oh.
But we could steal it.
KNEU,
What
Voice
town
of
in-
Northeastern Utah.
What town in Arkansas?
What town in Arkansas? Let's see.
No, wait, there can't. Arkansas has K? There'd be
Oh, yeah.
W's.
It'd be W's in Arkansas.
Although
wouldn't it?
I think
Or are they on the other side of the...
KVOM 101.17, the voice of Morrilton, Arkansas.
Morrilton.
I
thought that was a fake town.
No.
That was in the show Moral Oral.
Let's see what the staff is.
Yeah, who works at KVOM?
Eric Tyler, he's the news and sports director.
Of course he is.
Kenny Wall in the mornings. Oh,
Yeah, these are all their real names, I'm sure.
Kenny Wall.
There's a lot of news in Morrilton, I'm sure.
Very moral news.
Is Morrilton close to anything? Like a big city?
I don't know.
Morrilton, Arkansas.
We get Denver a weekend show or something.
Yeah, I mean there are things I'd forgotten that I'd
see. This is perfect. Here's the local events in Morrilton.
Local events in Morrilton. Okay,
It's the Morrilton Budget and Fire Meeting. The City Council Budget and Fire Committees.
All right. Okay.
Oh, they're meeting today at 5 at City Hall.
Well, we don't have time to get there.
Well, we could hop a plane.
What else?
Wednesday, it's the Conway County Quorum Court Grievance Committee is going to meet.
Say that again.
Court grievances.
Hold it. Say it again.
Conway County Quorum Court Grievance Committee is meeting tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the courtorhouse in Morrilton.
Now, there's another setup for you. A court grievance committee.
Then this weekend?
That the mayor could share.
Guess who's coming to town?
To Morrilton? Who?
The Popovich Comedy Pet Theater.
Oh,
the Trained Cats?
Yeah.
Our favorite Vegas show?
The Popovich Trained Cats.
Our favorite Vegas show.
I was so disappointed last time I was in Vegas with my family. They didn't really believe me about this, and I said we're going to go see the Popovich,
cat
and
show.
they were closed. They were out
Well,
on
they're
tour.
They're on
in
tour.
Morrilton.
They're hitting all the big cities.
And then
the
it's
Trained Cat Show. I loved that.
It's the Union Valley Baptist Church free soup lunch is this weekend too.
Free
so.
soup.
Okay, well.
I made some soup, Daddy.
Yep, we got.
And we're giving it away
now,
to
come on, don't give it away.
Okay.
Come on.
Giving you
Listen.
ideas here.
I'm sorry.
Listen, this is giving me some fodder to
Okay,
write.
this
And
is
if you
good.
start
All right.
saying it.
I won't. Text question. How old is Denver? Is he 13 or 33?
About.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah, about.
It depends.
Depends on what is required of the sketch.
In that one, he's pretty young, but sometimes he's 33.
I'm so happy that Morrilton is getting the Trained Cat show this weekend.
Hey, their website, the radio station website, has area obituaries.
Oh, really?
This is great.
Yeah. This is going to give me stuff.
Oh, they got the River Valley Beef Conference coming up.
The Beef Conference.
Pesticide applicator training. No, this is a gold.
There is a year's worth of sketches right there.
Oh, Rami Mac Henley passed away.
Oh, no.
Pesticide applicator training.
Oh, Terry, they have a trading time show.
Oh, really? Tradio?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Denver Criddle. Tradio.
Yep.
Matilda the cat lady is calling in.
Carrie.
Oh, sorry. Make it the poodle lady. Sorry.
Oh, you can do it. I'll forget it.
Sing to my kids when I was feeding them when they were babies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What song? I wasn't listening.
Peaches.
Peaches by the Presidents of the United States of America.
What?
The longest name in the world.
Well, you have the baby food, the peaches.
Okay.
Walking on the beaches, looking at the peaches. You know what that's about?
It's peaches.
Bums.
It's peaches.
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a sexualized
It
song,
says
Gina. No wonder your kids are like that.
Peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a cute song.
Cute.
Just this quickly. I thought it was a list, but it's a survey.
Oh, it's a survey. Okay, I
Oh.
won't play the list bit.
I don't know how I feel about being surveyed.
Oh, that's okay. The survey's been done already, Bill. You can just comment on. I think I know what you will say about this survey.
Really?
According to research, half men, 50% of men, admit that women who wear a lot of makeup repel them.
No, I love it.
No, you
I
don't.
love that
I know
makeup.
you don't.
I love it caked on. I want women to make their makeup look as whorish as possible.
St. Ives conducted research that included 1,000 women and 550 men. They found that 40% of men think that women generally wear too much makeup.
I like it when they wear so much makeup. I like it when they wear makeup on their face and even make up their hands and their arms.
45% of the male participants saying that all the makeup women wear is the stuff that turns guys off completely. Not far behind makeup in the turn-off department, 33% say fake tans.
Yeah, I could understand that one for sure.
Bright red lipstick came in at 5%, and lastly...
Ooh, I love bright red lipstick.
That actually kind of surprises me.
Lastly, faux eyelashes and thick eyebrows.
I don't understand. Okay, so I've seen a lot of, not a lot, but there is a certain trend for women wearing eyelashes that are so big.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah,
now, I have fake eyelashes.
Oh, okay.
But they don't
But
look
they
like
look
like
no.
it, do they?
I only wore fake eyelashes for my wedding, and they were like the magnetic ones with the eyeliner.
These are just a natural. It's just supposed to look like
You know what would make them look better? You know what would make them look better? Is if you wore bright red lipstick.
So you're telling me, Gina, you don't want a big fan over your eye where you can't... Have you ever seen those blow in the wind?
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny.
And it's hard to keep your eyes open.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get why they do that. It's just too
I feel like they'd be super uncomfortable because I don't like eyelashes in the first place.
You know what I like? Speaking of facial hair on women, I like the monobrow. I'm really
You're into
who was it? It was one of the Breakfast Club people that had the monobrow.
One of the Breakfast Club,
like
Ali Sheedy or
Ali Sheedy?
One of them. I don't remember who it was, but had the monobrow.
You were into the monobrow.
Oh, Brooke Shields had the monobrow.
I mean, she had good eyebrows.
She actually had monobrow for a while. Then her mother made her fix it, I think.
I think women wear makeup because they like makeup.
Yeah, a lot of it is that.
I don't think women wear it because they think men are going to like this.
Yeah. I mean, like, I wear mascara because I am a redhead, so my eyelashes are red, so it looks like I don't have eyelashes.
Your eyelashes are red?
Well,
yeah.
my hair's red.
My hair's red.
That's freaky.
It's the same with my leg hair.
I don't want to know about your...
It's a leg.
Don't go any further with this.
So I wear black. I mean, technically I should wear brown to make it look more natural, but I do wear black mascara to just look like I have something there.
Now, what about? I mean, I don't mind a little makeup on. It's like if you're going to go out to dinner, and you come into the room and your wife has put on a little bit of makeup, and you go, oh,
a little bit.
That's kind of nice.
Well, I was going to say, Gina, I know I could see your eyeshadow and stuff, but it's very subtle, and I do like it.
I only put a little bit on.
Yeah, and you don't need it. You don't need a lot.
I wear a tinted moisturizer. I don't do foundation.
Yep, fair.
A little bit of eyeshadow.
Is that on your face?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
I'm allergic to so much makeup out there, and I don't wear it. You get if you see a full face of mine, it's eyes, it's eyeshadow and mascara and eyeliner, and that's really it.
I try not to wear anything. I don't.
Although there are pictures of Bill, and I'm sure we will address this when we talk about Salt Lake Acting Company.
Yes,
there are photos of Bill in full drag makeup.
Yeah.
There's a framed one hanging at the Salt Lake.
I think
Acting.
so. Yeah, I think it's still there.
All right. Well, you guys ready to do the promo? Do you have the promo? Okay.
It's time to be polled.
The Radio from Hell X poll happening tomorrow, starting at about 7:45.
2 questions. What was the first movie that really scared you? And then what was the most recent movie that really scared you?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang all day. And then that movie with Kirsten Dunst and Jesse Plemons, Civil War. That one scared the hell out of me.
I don't watch scary movies. I'm chicken.
Don't be chicken. Don't chicken out. Participate in tomorrow's Radio from Hell X poll here on X96.
Beautiful. All right. Are we ready to get out of here?
Yes.
As Carrie Jackson would say, live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Don't be a chicken.
Artie Fufkin probably really likes chicken.
I bet
and
he
he's
does.
next. Here you go.
Artie